Welcome to the new update. We're gonna fold and clean some laundry. I need my new task, my new thing. Everything is ready. I'm pumped. Look at my two fists. They're up, up. Okay, now time to open the shop door first. I don't know why we have to press like buttons, keys. I mean, when we can just use our mouth. A mouse. I don't know why the mouse doesn't work though. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, okay. I thought you were naked for a second there, lady. I am so sorry. Na 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 na. Oh, I can't. I really cannot use that. Oh no. I'm just gonna not do that. Wait, what? Take. It recorded? It's... Oh. Rotate is R. Okay, okay. Oh no, I fucked up again. Z? I guess I had nothing on Z. Pick up. And drive. Rotate. Rotate her. Why is it so relaxing? Just the sound of the drying and washing machine. Oh. What keys we do not use? WSADEZ. B, inventory. Like, how does it make do we have V? What about C? Huh. C is a pretty easy finger to press. Okay. Pick up E. And do I use X? Okay. Huh. It is a little bit more easy. They need to try. Hello. Can you help me to deliver my lingerie for 2 baskets for around 5 kilometers from your store? Sure. Okay, I saw in the advert. Yes. I need to work on make it better. Around the house, motorcycle. Brown house, motorcycle. Brown house, motorcycle. How much water? A good enough amount of water. And, oh no, come on. Why do they keep getting stuck like idiots? Okay. I know. Wait a second, sir. That's right. Help customer with love. I'm all for love here, mister. You can come back whenever you want. Give the love. Spread it. Still don't have a customer for the shirt. Why do I hire children's? Why am I so tall? You're so cute. Why is your body looks like it's made of fabrics? All your body. It looks like it. You do not look metallic at all. You look like you're so soft. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a big shirt. A big large shirt to do. A big large shirt. I didn't even look. Red. Oh, I was off at. Oh my god. Red. What do we feel like? Hmm. I have a little inspiration. Mario. Close. Ah. Okay. So, I need to leave a collar. And it's so bad. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. That needs to. I don't know why I cannot see it in my head. That was not too bad. Some yellow. I need some. I don't. I can never get the gold color right. It's always too yellow, too green. It's so weird. And they are. Okay. Is it right here? Yeah, I did it. Kind of. I don't even know. Whee, whee. Oh. Okay. Freaking level 40! Oh yeah, we didn't even go see the new updates. Oh yeah, now we can listen to. Okay. It's like every freaking. I don't understand. It's like every type of way of playing the same song over and over again. Na, 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 da, da, yes. Small. It's a party. Did I just? Oh no. The C key on my key is to pin my screenshots. Are you kidding me? Na 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 na. Ooh, my favorite cakes. Is it down on another one? Um. I am so hungry right now. Mm. Mm-hmm. Rich, rich. Alright, alright.
Easy to convince him.
No, no, no.
So this guy is rich. I mean like $230 million rich. Because he stole it. And then he went wild. Now the guy's name is Malone. He's 20 years old and he's really into crypto. And one day in 2024, he and his buddies are all in a chat. And one of them is like, hey bro, let's find someone who has millions of dollars in Bitcoin and scam them out of it. And Malone hears this idea and he's like,
Alright.
alright. And so they search around and they finally decide on a target. This seemingly random yet wealthy investor living in DC who we'll just call Investor. And so the guys deep dive and they get Investor's information and they get his phone number and they call him from a spoofed number pretending to be Google tech support like, hello sir, your personal accounts have been compromised. Then afterwards, they call Investor from a different number and they say they're from his cryptocurrency exchange. I'm calling to alert you that your account has been hacked. And once Investor believes he's been hacked, it's easy to convince him to reset his security information. Then the boys get him to share his screen, which exposes the private keys to his Bitcoin wallet. Once they get Investor's private keys, they use them to access his Bitcoin wallet, and boom, Malone and his bros secretly transfer over 4,100 Bitcoin out of the account and over to themselves. And at this time, 4,100 Bitcoin is worth around $230 million. $230 million! Oh, I gotta leave. And of course, Malone and his friends are like, holy sh**. They can't believe this actually worked. And so they're freaking out and they're celebrating in the chat. And for some reason, one of their friends is recording the whole chat.
We did it! Oh my god!
No way.
Oh my god!
No way.
$242 million! Bro, I'm gonna spaz out. You know how much money that is?
Now, this recording of them celebrating is gonna be very important later. But whatever, right now, these guys are suddenly richer than they've ever imagined. Not only that, they're smart enough to know they gotta cover their tracks. Since every transaction on the blockchain is publicly viewable, they make all this really hard to track by splitting the coin into different accounts, and yeah, blah blah blah, boring crypto stuff. They move the money around to make it untraceable. That's all you need to know. And so Malone and his bros suddenly have this insane amount of money, which they've never had before. So now it's time to start spending it. Now Malone's friends, they don't really do all that much with it, not right away. Oh, but Malone does. Malone goes wild. He becomes like a cartoon parody of a rich person. Like he gets some fancy new drip, including diamonds embedded in his glasses. He and his friends are flying around on private jets, and he starts renting this huge waterfront mansion in Miami that costs, wait for it, $68,000 a month. $68,000 a month for rent. And of course, he buys all the cars he's ever wanted. No, really, like, bro buys like 30 exotic cars. Like, damn, dude, how much is he driving? He even got a Lamborghini with his name painted on the side. He also goes out to clubs and gets bottle service everywhere just because he can. Oh, and he doesn't buy the cheap bullshit bottle service. But no, let me tell you how much this guy spends. Dude regularly goes out to the club and drops anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 a night. A night! He buys the most expensive champagne, he tips everyone, the staff's putting his name up in lights. I mean, they love him because when the dude's there, he buys drinks all night.
Why did a table come in tonight and spend $300,000 on bottles
Yes.
like it was nothing?
And he always tips the staff well with money and alcohol.
Let's see those new upgrades. Blueprints.
Brand new, everything sealed.
And of course, Malone doesn't forget about the ladies. I mean, he's got to try and buy their love too. I mean, he'll buy a $50,000 Birkin, which is like a purse.
Reach
He'll buy
lingerie rank
$50,000 purses
6.
and go to the club and just hand them out. to
Clean
pretty women
customers'
like, hey, this is for
shoes.
you.
That's
I
so
guess he's hoping
cool.
they'll smash with him. I mean, some of the women later made TikToks about it.
He comes towards me and he's like, I got this for you.
Guys, I can't even make this up when I say that I just woke up to a Birkin in my bedroom because a man gave it to me in the club last night.
But I guess poor Malone ends up learning the hard way that not everyone can be bought. Because at one point, he tries to buy a pink Lamborghini Urus for some woman, supposedly they had dated before, and so he buys it and he texts her a picture of it at 2 a.m.
I got you a present. We'll call it an early birthday gift. A thank you gift. I appreciate you so much.
I'm taken, once again. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie, for some reason, I love that she rejected him so hard, like something very satisfying about it. Anyway, despite that one L he took, he is still absurdly wealthy now. I mean, he has the house and the cars he wants, and everyone at the club loves him. Bro is just living the dream.
Until...
Okay, real quick, there's one person in the story I forgot to introduce, so let's rewind. So Malone and his bros have just stolen $230 million worth of Bitcoin.
Bro, I'm gonna spaz out. You know how much money, brothers?
And they make it really hard to track by splitting it into different accounts and blah 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 boring crypto stuff. And at some point during all this, a guy gets a notification on his phone. This guy, Zach XBT. So Zach XBT gets an alert on his phone because I guess he gets an alert every time there's a larger than average crypto transaction on the blockchain. Now, who is Zach XBT? Well, Zach is a bit of a crypto enthusiast himself. He's kind of a big deal on Twitter, 740,000 followers. Not bad. And at one point in the past, Zach unfortunately got scammed out of $15,000 worth of crypto. And ever since then, he's decided to devote himself to catching crypto thieves and exposing shady NFT projects and stuff like that. And so Zach has caught on to the accounts run by Malone and his bros. And since every transaction on the blockchain is publicly viewable, he starts tracking the path of each transfer. So by the time Malone has spent all this money in the club and bought a $250,000 car for a girl that doesn't want him, Zach has been mapping out the path of all the stolen money. And at this point, he's pretty sure he knows who's behind it. And when he checks social media one day and sees this guy Malone flexing his wealth all over Instagram, he's like, boom, this is one of the guys who stole the crypto. Now, remember that screen recording of the chat I said would be important later? Well, one of the guys in Malone's friend group, and I don't know if he was snitching or what, but he actually sends that recording to Zach. And of course, it's audio of them celebrating stealing all that money.
Bro, I'm gonna spaz out. You know how much money, brothers?
Not only that, the screen has information on it that identifies Malone and his bros. So this becomes very important evidence. Anyway, Zach XBT gets sent this information, and I imagine he's like, sweet! And so he collects all of it, and he sends it over to the FBI. And the FBI, they start investigating. And only a month after the heist first took place, boom, federal agents swoop in, and they raid Malone's home. And bam, they arrest him. And this is actual footage of him being arrested. And also, here's his mugshot. And they also arrest one of Malone's friends who was involved, but I couldn't find his mugshot anywhere. And one of Malone's other friends who was involved hasn't been charged as of yet, so maybe he flipped on the others? I don't know. Regardless, Malone is charged with conspiracy to steal and launder over $230 million of crypto, and he faces up to 20 years in prison. However, he hasn't been found guilty as he hasn't been to trial yet, so all of this is alleged. I'll keep you updated.
So we all agree that Twitter is terrible now, right? I think we all know this inherently, that Twitter, or X, has become one of the worst social media sites. Sometimes it feels like Twitter was once this beautiful, peaceful park where everyone could just hang out. But now that park has like 3 casinos, an underground fight ring, and creepy guys selling, I don't know, cigarettes to children. It's gross! And I know that Twitter was never perfect, but now its entire culture has morphed into this nightmare version of itself. Those of us who still use it, it feels like we're trapped here, and we're not happy about it. I was a late adopter to Twitter. I never used it in high school or much of college. I think there were 2 types of public schools you could go to in the 2010s. Ones that were Facebook schools, where everybody used Facebook, and ones that were Twitter schools. I went to a Facebook school. I only started using it around the beginning of 2019 when things started to pick up for me with this job. And I ended up really liking Twitter. It was a place that I could post some nonsensical, barely a joke statement like introducing Burger King Wendy McDonald. And that helped me build an audience. But now I find myself scrolling Twitter only to get annoyed and leave Twitter, forget what I was doing, and then go back into Twitter. And I'm like, am I in hell? Are we all in hell? And I'm sure this sounds like I just shouldn't be on Twitter anymore. And you're probably right. But I also want to complain about from its leadership, to its algorithm, to the systems it's added, and the users and culture that come from it, Twitter has gotten worse. But when did this start? I feel like it's pretty obvious. It's when Elon Musk got involved. Elon Musk is a really interesting individual because for the years prior to Elon purchasing Twitter, I kind of thought he was a cool guy. Not knowing too much about Elon and only looking at his achievements, he kind of seemed like a real-life Tony Stark. He was the CEO of Tesla, which led the charge on the adoption of electric vehicles. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I get car sick whenever my Uber ends up being a Tesla, but maybe that's just me getting butterflies for the future, baby. He founded SpaceX in 2002, which in 2020 became the first private company to put astronauts into orbit. And the rockets land now. They park. He's selling flamethrowers. And as of this month, there's almost 7,000 Starlink satellites orbiting around the planet providing internet. Where all you gotta do is just point that shit at the sky and you're streaming Friends. Plus, the guy is obsessed with getting some boots on Mars. And I'm like, okay. It's like Moon Landing 2, but red dirt and further away. Sign me up. To watch, I want to go, that's dangerous. So it seems like Elon Musk has achieved a lot and done some pretty significant things in the last like 20 years. But if I go to Elon Musk's Wikipedia page and I look at any of those sections of his career, all of them are smaller in length than his section on Twitter. He's on Twitter for a little over 2 years. So what's going on here? The problem is, prior to Elon getting involved in Twitter, we only really got to see the results of what he did. Like, he still tweeted a lot, but now we see his thought process every day. In fact, you can't avoid it on Twitter unless you block him, which I had to do. And over the years, he's become a little bit more obsessed with concepts like free speech, which at a base level is a good thing. Now he's talking about the woke mind virus. Now he's posting edgier and edgier memes. And then push comes to shove, and now he's involved in the presidential election. Whoa. Elon, cut that out. Cut it out, Elon. Cut that out. So basically, at least on a personal level, I've become a little bit disillusioned with Elon's character. I don't think he's necessarily as cool as I thought he was, and I haven't for years. Partly because of his Elden Ring build, but mostly because of his behavior online and the changes that he's made to Twitter after he purchased it in October 2022 for $44 billion. There's plenty more you could say about Elon. Why do you do that at the inauguration? It's kind of hard to pretend that that was anything but what we ever wanted. $1 billion. There's plenty more you could say about Elon. Why do you do that at the inauguration? It's kind of hard to pretend that that was anything but what everyone thought it was. He's basically a billionaire CEO that behaves like a poorly socially adjusted content creator. But what I'm going to focus on are some things that Elon implemented into Twitter that had a series of consequences that have changed the app forever, starting with monetization. So one of the first things that Elon Musk did to Twitter was expand Twitter Blue, now known as X Premium, to give people access to a bunch of different features. One of them, notably, was giving you a blue checkmark. This led to a lot of justified confusion, because now it turned into a thing where pretty much anyone could pay to be verified, something that was previously reserved for politicians, public figures, and journalists. And it totally tanked the reliability of being verified on a website like this. All you needed was a phone number and money, and you'd be verified. Now they've got like an ID verification system, but when this was launched, phone number, money, you're good. People making
serve
fake Elon
200
Musk accounts,
customers
fake Joe Biden accounts. It was kind of awesome. I also should mention that I do in fact have Twitter Blue on both my main account and Chuckle Sandwich. As a content creator on Twitter, it's kind of the only thing I can use to separate the accounts so people know it's real. But even now, I feel like someone could just make a Twitter account and verify it and be me. But if being a social media person wasn't my job, I don't know if I would have Twitter Blue. to be honest with you. Just gotta mention that for transparency. I don't think it invalidates any of the things I'm
It's
about
gonna
to say
take a
about
while.
Twitter Blue. Anyway, so on July 15th of 2023, Twitter announced its monetization plan for verified users. So now, they've made a system where you pay Twitter so that maybe Twitter can pay you. It's the perfect plan. No, in fact, it was not. It was, honestly, it was probably one of the main things that made the website terrible. I suddenly noticed that a lot of verified users on Twitter had a lot of knowledge that they couldn't fit into a single tweet. It had to be a thread. Most successful people move with this mindset. Entitled to nothing, willing to earn everything. 10 other truths of the ultra successful. Good habits are the new antidepressants. If you're in a bad spot in your life, read this. The Lazy Man's Playbook to Losing Fat and Becoming More Handsome Quick. A thread. Never mind the fact that having Twitter Premium allows you to post tweets up to 25,000 characters long. This had to be a threat. At the time for me, it's targeting something like productivity or losing weight. And as I sit there scrolling Twitter aimlessly on my couch, I'm thinking, God, this thread is going to change my life. But the reason why they do this is because the first version of Twitter's monetization was paying people based on the ads that were served to users in the reply. Which in order to get people in there, it's got to be a thread. But then Twitter managed to make it worse. Somehow, announcing that they were switching their monetization plan to being based on any and all engagement that a tweet could get. And I just think this is a bad idea. I think that's a horrible idea, actually, because that means that any attention is good attention. That means that any post that brings engagement makes you money. And it resulted in a new apex predator in the Twitter landscape. These are engagement baiters. Engagement baiters are pretty much what you'd expect them to be. They're Twitter accounts whose sole purpose is to make posts that will get as much engagement as possible from users so that they in turn make money. So how is this different from what I'm doing literally right now? Well, I'd like to think that I'm actually bringing some of myself to the table here. My opinions and research, my editing, my writing, whatever. Whereas every single one of these accounts has never posted anything that they themselves created. Starting with the lowest tier of engagement baiters, which I call content recyclers. If you're on Twitter, you may have seen accounts like Juju or Kira. If you go into the For You section on Twitter, they're almost impossible to avoid. Their behavior online is probably the closest to what Twitter used to be, at least in my memory, where they'll have a quote retweet about something, making a joke, and it'll do very well. But what sucks about this is I can't tell how many of the things that they're posting are actually things that they thought of themselves. Like in the case of this toilet seat that's shaped like LeBron. They clearly just took it off of another social media post, repackaged it, and now they're making money. And what sucks is this used to be like a novel thing about Twitter. Yeah, sure, you'd have content recyclers, but there was not a financial incentive to do so. It was either people arguing about politics, whatever's going on in stan culture, or some random college freshman in Kansas making a funny observation about the world, tweeting a sentence about it, and then it gets 300k likes. And there was a purity to that. It was like overhearing a funny conversation. What's worse is that a lot of accounts that used to be themed around a certain topic have gotten a little bit loosey-goosey on what falls under their umbrella. For instance, let's look at creepy.org. Explore the creepy side of the world. Their location is Transylvania. They're following 666 people. And they've got a website. This seems pretty legit. Let's click on it. Oh. Links back to the Twitter page. But based on how this account is set up, you'd expect that if you were to follow, it would be posting purely creepy stuff. To explore the creepy side of the world. I'm looking for ghouls. I'm looking for goblins. I'm looking for freaky motherfuckers. I don't know what that would be. And a lot of the time they do post that. A street light covered in vines in Poland. That's pretty creepy. Looks like a ghost thing. You open your eyes at 3 a.m. and see this. What you doing? Probably gonna scream. That's freaky. Abandoned torii gate found at the end of a submerged tunnel in Japan. Oh, okay, that's creepy. Yeah. Mizuki, a professional wrestler in Japan doing her signature move. This is kind of awesome, isn't it? What happened to Jonah Hill? He lost weight. I don't think that's... Baby kangaroo came to a kid for help during the wildfire. That's heartwarming. That's not creepy at all. What happened to Brie Larson? She got a haircut and she dyed her... People do that all the time. Lana Del Rey. In general? Sydney Sweeney and Billie Eilish could ruin my life. Okay, I feel like we've lost the plot here. Now we're just tweeting random stuff. And you can post whatever you want. It's a free internet. But don't theme your account around something if you're not gonna go through the effort to stick to it. Have some commitment. The next tier of engagement baiters are reply fishers. And we've seen this a little bit with the last account when they'll ask a question of anyone who sees the post to solicit a response. Which I think is fine at a base level. You're gonna see that all across social media. What makes it dishonorable, in my opinion, is when you can tell that they're preying on the divisiveness and anger of people on the internet in order to get them to argue in their replies to make money. For instance, this tweet where they're quoting a woman in a video at first. I did not join the military to serve my country. I joined the military to get a VA home loan, the GI Bill, and student loan forgiveness. That's it. But then the user adds, don't you feel safer knowing this is the morale among the people who are supposed to be protecting you and our country? Clearly. This is angled in a way where people are going to show up in the replies and they're going to be like,
Wait, what the fuck? This person doesn't care about America! Oh, what the fuck? You son of a bitch! Fuck, this person is such a piece of shit! What the hell?
and it did happen. This should be a disqualifying video. Kick her out of the military. Recover any bonuses or perks she was paid and given.
She swore an oath, and obviously it means nothing. She deserves nothing in return. Get rid of this trash!
Like, oh my god. What is wrong with this person? Luckily, in this thread in particular, there were plenty of actual veterans going into the replies and being like, yeah, no, those are called benefits. They still serve their country either way. There's nothing wrong with their reason for doing so. And this type of post is happening a lot on Twitter. Like, even creepy.org posted this. Do you think that Jesus was born on December 20th? I don't even know what type of argument they're trying to goad people into with this. But why AI generate a sign of him saying that he wasn't born on December 25th? Because you want people to get mad. And most of the examples I could give you are either political or religious or around identity in their topic. I think that you can understand what people are posting in this regard. I don't know if we need to go through every single hate-baiting post on Twitter in order to make this point. But we could go through the sponsor. This video is proudly sponsored by Honkai Star Rail. This game is a multi-platform space fantasy RPG by Hoyoverse. You know, the folks that made Genshin Impact. You heard of that one? Be warned, this game is only for those who have the spirit of space adventure in their heart. Which, if you've been following my channel for a while, is kind of one of our main tenets here. Space adventure. It is. And what's better, this game comes with more than 30 playable characters that each have their own unique personality, backstory, and charm. And it's a semi-open world experience. So you can solve puzzles, explore each NPC's story, and most of all, at least for me, unlock treasure chests. Because another main tenet of this channel, loot goblin. That's what I am. That's what you are. We're a bunch of little loot goblins. Treasure chest? Sounds like loot to me. And now, Honkai Star Rail version 3.0 is here, where the Astral Express journeys to the new world of Emborius, and it's one of the most significant updates today. They've got 2 new characters, starting with the Herta, an Ice-type character who is a mysterious and beautiful sorceress. Pretty cool. And the Herta's technique marks 3 to 5 treasure chest locations on your map, making it easier for players to find them loot goblins. I'd call this a win. All my loot goblins out there, that sounds like a win. I would call this a win. The other new character is Aglaia, who is a lightning type character who can summon a garment maker into battle using her skill. And this thing can team up with Aglaia for joint attacks. Joint fighting. Version 3.0 also introduces many new events, relics, enemies, and maps for players to explore. So let's just say there's a lot going on, and you should totally give it a shot. So go download the game using my link and use the limited time redemption code to get 50 Stellar Jade. Thanks so much to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring. Let's get back to it. Now, the only thing that's able to combat engagement bait on Twitter right now is community notes. This is something that existed before Elon took over. It was previously called Birdwatch to combat misinformation. And one of the good things about community notes is that if you're a monetized user and you get a community note on your post, that post is now unable to make revenue, which is good. For instance, this post that was likely a Reddit post that this user copy and pasted into tweet form to farm engagement was then given a community note letting people know that it was quite literally not their story to tell. Kind of screwed themselves though, because they admitted that. But this is still kind of a flawed system, because if you're a Twitter goblin making 100 posts a day as an engagement baiter, licking your lips and posting, who's the hottest chick in town? I'll start first. I think it's Megan Fox. Let me know what you think below. You're not exactly gonna be worried about a couple posts slipping through the cracks. At the end of the day, if you're posting enough, you're gonna be making money. So yeah, Twitter's monetization system is really bad, where most of the posts I see in the For You section are just sloppy hot, stinky garbage. Who's the hottest chick in town? Is it Megan Fox? This is so creepy. Billie Eilish can ruin my life. Fucking, I think that racism is good. Reply below. Like shit like that. And then you couple it with an algorithm that, at least in its early stages, resulted in me seeing a couple videos of people just straight up dying. It's a fucking mess. He doesn't care. He's a fucking raven.
It's a fucking mess.
But Elon did bring another brand of account to the surface with all of his changes, which in my opinion is the most ridiculous, and those are the alpha male accounts. These accounts are just funny to look at, because as the internet, and specifically Twitter, has become kind of like more Andrew Tate-ified, it feels like, I guess you would call them incels on the internet, now more than ever have no idea what a woman would want. It's like they've all been sitting in like a echo chamber dating lab in a bunker, cooking cooking up new ideas on what women want from men without ever asking a woman if that were the case. There's loads of these accounts. Masculine Notes, Elite Masculine, Wisdom for Men, Masculine King, Badassum Coach, Masculine Ego, Ego of Sigma, Masculine Soul, Masculine Theory. This is science now, but also a spiritual practice. And if you see my video from a long time ago about alpha male Instagram accounts, they're kind of like that, but expanded. Because now they've mastered their vertical. Like this one guy's selling his 3 volumes of the Chad Mindset for $100. And that might seem like a steep price, but it does include 100 quotes from ancient Stoics. So if you ever want to hear about being a Chad from Plato, you're all set. Darkest female secrets that no woman wants you to know. Dark female psychology thread. All right, here we go. About to learn some information. Number 1, women can't keep secrets. So right off the bat, I'm confused. You're telling me that the first of the darkest female secrets that no woman wants you to know is that they can't keep secrets? So is this all public info? Number 7, when you cheat on her, she doesn't hate you. She hates the woman you cheated on her with. No, she probably still hates you. You're still a part of that choice. I like to think this is a guy who cheated on someone and is now just gaslighting himself by making it a rule. No, she doesn't fucking hate me. She hates me, that girl I cheated on. She doesn't hate me. She hates the girl. Women only hate each other. I love this one from the thread. Men who do this never get left by women. Number 9, continue brainwashing her with your beliefs. She needs someone's perspective and counsel. If you do not provide it to her, she will look for someone else. Brainwashing is such an interesting word to use here. They could have just said, give her your opinion, but no. We're out here brainwashing women. You're out here trying to build a relationship. I'm out here brainwashing women. We're trying to build a 2-person cult, my guy. Then some of the threads that I found started to get a little bit more concerning, such as 8 ways to destroy women's ego instantly. Immediately wondering why we're trying to do that. Number 1, looking at other women. Yes, she needs to know that you're wide-eyed and always looking at others. Don't be too obvious and say, damn, did you see that ass? I'm not saying you have to overdo it, but when you walk with her, you can look at other girls. Right now, we're not trying to fix you up with this girl. She's not a good girl because her ego is too big. She doesn't know what she's worth. She thinks she's too important. No, she needs to come down so you can look at other women. Don't comment, but you can look. What is this? What? This is starting to feel like no validation. We don't give compliments. We don't talk about how good she looks or how beautiful she is. No, we don't do that. You never put a woman on a pedestal, especially if she doesn't deserve it. Okay, this is almost to a T, a step-by-step on what not to do. It's actually impressive how little application this would have in a real-life social situation. Another set of accounts I see are alpha male accounts that are pretending to be run by women when you can tell that they're just not. For instance, you've got Latina Casanova, Learn to Seduce. If you're trying to make a believable woman, Latina Casanova would be at the top of my list of names that wouldn't work. I'm pretty sure the profile picture is AI. They use it everywhere. There's no other photo of Latina Casanova. It'll be a real big bummer if it turns out she's real though, because well, no, honestly, if Latina Casanova is a real person, I will be over the moon. The thoughts from female minds. Another AI generated image of a woman. What are the thoughts from female minds? I want him to take me to a place he likes. Okay. Love is a game, and games are meant to be played. Not sure if that one's true. I want my guy to be funny, but not because he tells jokes all the time. What is he supposed to do then? Is there an expectation of slapstick comedy here? What do you want him to slip on a banana peel? Men who constantly talk about masculinity are probably insecure. Oh, okay, this one actually might be run by a woman. Don't talk so much, just act like a man. Ah, okay. And finally, with the alpha male accounts, they eventually reach a point where they become so masculine that they begin to talk like cavemen. Men focus on the process. Boys focus on the goal. Won't explain. Talk slow. Be direct. Don't look away. Being fat is disrespectful to your ancestors. Beware of girls with colored hair. Won't explain. Dangerous mode. Stomach empty. Balls full. Don't work out. Train. And train like you are being hunted. And then my personal favorite. Ejaculation drains you. Staying horny fuels you. I don't even know where this would have application. So obviously in this day and age, alpha male accounts are still going strong. And they are thriving on this version of Twitter we have today. But obviously this video isn't about the little niche pockets of Twitter. It is about Twitter as a whole, which leads me to, just for a second, talk about the culture. To me, the culture of Twitter just feels way angrier than it's ever felt before. I have seen far more quote retweets, tweets, replies, whatever, that are just nastier than I remember people being. And a part of me feels like it's somehow related to all of the stuff I've shown you guys leading up to this point. Like, take this for instance. First ever date tonight. Absolutely bricking it. I think that's a British term. Wish us luck, ladies and gentlemen. This is so wholesome. Guy's going on a first date. He's bringing flowers. This guy's a legend. He's got 437K likes. And I'm sure people are being very supportive.
Flowers. Enjoy the friend zone, young man. Make this a learning experience.
Why are you taking flowers?
Flowers on the first date is a little much.
Hope you've been the flowers, mate. It stinks of desperation, which you most definitely are not. Hope it went well.
Flowers are not the move right away, dude. You have a lot to learn about female psychology.
The initial response left a little bit to be desired. I remember reading the replies to this recently after it had been posted, and I was blown away by how little these people knew on impressing a woman on their first date. If you're a person watching my channel right now, focus up. Come here. Women love flowers. People love flowers in general. It's like the oldest display of affection. I could almost guarantee you that we were given flowers to each other in the Ice Age. And it indicates you put in a little bit more effort than just showing up. Doesn't make you look desperate. It indicates interest and intention. Women love that shit. And if they don't like it, they probably weren't interested in you to begin with. Luckily, after a bit of this post marinating on the timeline, there was a bunch of people that came to this guy's defense. But it's crazy how several years ago, I feel like nobody would have had to do that. A couple of years ago, half of the replies would have been shit like, thanks for letting me borrow your Lamborghini, man. Appreciate that. You got a great car, and you're really charming and cool and handsome, and also you got a big cock. Like, and now it's a bunch of losers in the replies being like, that's a one-way ticket to the friend zone, my guy. Like, what are you talking about? Another example is this woman posting about a video she made like 4 years ago that went viral. She's not doing anything. She's just like, hey, here's a funny video I made 4 years ago. Remember that? Then this person quote retweets it and says, girl, move on. And it has 176,000 likes. This is like the laziest attempt to be a bully I've ever seen. Obviously, I know the internet is a breeding ground for negativity. It's always been like, and I'm definitely not saying that Twitter used to be this paragon of peaceful interaction. It wasn't. But I feel like I see way more people being just mean for the sake of being mean on this website in particular, and receiving a higher level of validation for doing so, which is strange. So yeah, Twitter is not what it used to be. Now when we log on, we're forced to be a part of, or at least witness, an ongoing chaotic conversation that most of us didn't even want to have. Before, we'd have to seek it out. But now every time you go onto Twitter, it's some Elon Stan account spouting the deepest dark web conspiracy theory, with Elon himself in the replies saying, looking into this, as if he's perched on some Star Trek captain's chair hunting down the secrets of the deep state. Like he's some superhero answering the call of justice. He acts like such a loser. And even as someone with as many followers as I have on Twitter, someone who could potentially stand to gain from its current monetization system, I don't feel like I can be involved anymore like I used to. It's like living in New York City, but then every borough is modeled after Times Square. It's overwhelming, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. Twitter used to be kind of like a playground. You could go on the swing set, you could climb on the monkey bars, you could go on the slide. Now it looks more like a merry-go-round that never stops running. The only way to get on is while it's moving, and once you're on, everybody is angry and screaming at each other, and nobody is actually enjoying themselves. We're all just getting nauseous.
Hey everybody, welcome back. What am I saying? What's the video? I needed resuscitation after reading your wedding petty revenge stories. Come on. All of these submissions are from the official Charlotte Dobre Reddit thread. r/Charlotte Dobre YouTube. Go submit your stories. Go get involved in the community, and you just might see them on the channel. Dumped my ex-fiance on our wedding day. Excuse-moi. Excuse-moi. This submission is from xrevive25. Hello everyone. Hi Charlotte, love your work and love everything you do for us. Oh, you're welcome. Sorry if I make grammatical mistakes, but English is not my first language. We shall allow it. It is okay. Thank you for the heads up. Story time. When I was
Manual laundry.
I met the love of my life. Quotations. Let's call him Kevin.
Is it here?
We were in a relationship for about 7 years. After university, he popped with the question, and everything was perfect. We both came from wealthy families, and at the time, we had stable jobs. We were doing pretty well together, but I was more ambitious for building our future. I bought a house for us, didn't want our parents to pay for our wedding, and he was furious, and that's when things started to get weird. My skin color is dark, by the way. 2 months before our wedding, he started to make comments about how dark my skin was. Whenever we went to the beach, he was constantly complaining about how much darker I was going to be.
A box? Okay.
I already ate him. I don't like this guy.
Why does he look like
I was
Vegeta?
in shock. Me and his sister are good friends to
Oh,
this day.
no.
One day I was with her and told her about the comments that he was making constantly about my appearance, and she was in shock. The first thing she told me was, "Girl, I think he has someone else." Could be, could be. I mean, why else is he trying to change you, you know? Like, why propose to someone that you have a problem with how they look? You shouldn't even have that problem to begin with, but it's like, I'm sorry, you know what you're getting yourself into. At first, I didn't think that was the case because we've never had problems except his comments, but she was sure about that. Yeah, it's kind of weird when they start, like, making comparisons. You know, they're like,
Oh, why can't you wear stuff like that? Why can't you wear your hair like that?
you know, I once had a dude that I was dating
Hey,
that was
baby
like, he
boy.
would tell me little offhand comments about, oh, like, you should get this dress, and he'd show me, like, a screenshot of a dress that he liked, and I would go on to, like, his Instagram following. I did not. You know, go through and, like, see the people he was following, and I'd see, like, an influencer, like a female fashion influencer.
Baby, there's
click
no
on her profile,
space.
and lo and behold, she
Oh,
was
you
wearing
tried.
the
You're
dress that he
good.
told
You're
me
good. You
he'd
did
like
good.
to see
Good
me
job.
wear. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that relationship didn't last. That wasn't Mike, by the way. It's not Mike. His phone number was on my name. His car was a gift from me, and that's when it hit me. I called the mobile operator and wanted the phone records and messages. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Tell me he was not stupid enough to cheat when you were the one paying his phone bill? Oh, Lord. Let me tell you, I was speechless. Love poems, planning for their future, etc., etc. His job was associated with traveling, and all his messages were how good the trip they've had was. Oh.
I'm just going on a work trip. I'm going on a work trip.
To see my mistress? I was devastated, but something in me just clicked. I was sure I was going to expose his sorry. One night, he was sleeping. I took his phone, sent all the photos to myself, with her, and the plotting began. On our wedding day, everything looked like we were in a fairy tale. Our friends and families were happy. His vows went, and it was my turn. Thank God you didn't wait until you were already married. Like, something inside me was like, oh, did she, like, put up some photos at the reception? No, thank God. Okay, good. I'm glad that it was during the vows when you didn't actually. But, like, still, wow. To go through all of that planning, you're getting married, the money is spent, you're in front of all your family and friends. But, I mean, that's dedication. That is the dedication to the petty. Well, since I was planning the whole wedding, I made sure we got a big screen for the show. Took his hand, turned him around and said, babe, no words could describe what I feel for you. So I'm just gonna show you and expose every single picture and every single message that I found. He started screaming, calling me names, crying, begging me to turn it off. And I stood there laughing, gave him the remote control, and left. Wow. 6 months after that, I found the father of my child. We are married for about 4 years now and expecting a second child. My ex-fiance is jobless and living with his parents. Oh, that was delectable. You really waited until, like, the most opportune moment, eh? Honestly, the best time to dish out some petty revenge is when you look absolutely amazing. Like, think about that for him. He's looking at you in a wedding dress, looking stunning. And then you drop this bomb, and it's like, oh, sorry, you thought you could have this? You thought this was yours? No, no, no. No, no, no. It's the audacity for me. Like, how are you not embarrassed that this woman basically gave you this wonderful life, bought the house that you live in, paid for the wedding, pays for your phone, and you go and you do this to her behind her back? There was no part of you that was thinking,
Oh, maybe I shouldn't use the phone that my fiance bought for me to cheat with?
I'm really curious to know what this other woman looked like. Like, was he comparing her to you? That's why he wanted to change you? I hate him. We hate him! We hate him! It is decided. Wedding drama served flaming hot. This submission is from Spice Weasel OG. The spiciest weasel. I labeled this petty revenge, but it also falls under wedding drama llama. I don't know why I keep saying wedding llama. Wedding drama llama! And mother-in-law from hell. It's a threefer. A terrible threefer. Allow me to crack my knuckles. Knuckles? No, knuckles. My knuckles. My nuptials for these knuckles. This story is about my mother-in-law. We do not get along at all. To be honest, she's a pretty awful person, and she has been no contact with most of my partner's family since before I met her. I believe 2 of her sisters are all she has contact with, and I know one of the 2 is low contact as of 2 years ago. Anywho, that's helpful context, thank you for that. When my partner and I met, mother-in-law lived in the same city. A few years into our relationship, she moved out of state. We got engaged and married during this time. She and her husband, not my partner's dad, flew in for the wedding. A month before the wedding, to help with the wedding. They stayed with the aunt she's now low contact with. And I'm still a bit sour about all of this because she made that month miserable. So much unnecessary stress. We did not ask for, no need her help in any way. We paid for everything ourselves and my side of the family catered the food. My favorite aunt made the maid of honor's dress and I paid for the dresses for the bridesmaids. My youngest sister did our hair and makeup. Everything was paid for via our savings. We set aside funds specifically for our wedding. Mother-in-law had something to say about everything. Always about how she did it for her 2 failed marriages.
Look at me, look how successful I was. I had 2 marriages, not just one.
Not just one.
Did you say like,
Oh, I got 2 degrees.
2 marriages is not necessarily what I would call successful, but what she would have wanted. It was a constant barrage of insults. I'd gotten very good at avoiding her or pawning her off on literally anyone else. I love that. I love a good pawn off, you know what I mean? Like when you're done with a conversation and you're just, oh, I'm sorry, have you met so-and-so? Oh, yes, she's, you know, blah, 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 introduced, blah, 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 and then slowly back away. Love a good pawn off. Come the day of the wedding, she did everything in her power to take over. She walked my partner to the altar and stayed there. She stayed there. Why is she staying there? Did she think she's getting married? When I made it to the altar, she tried to stay standing next to me. Not with the rest of the wedding party, but next to me. In front of my partner. What? Oh, that's so weird. How are you not embarrassed? What are you doing up there? This is when you get someone to go out there and be like, sorry, she's a little crazy. Come here, Nana. Come here. The officiant had to tell her to sit her down. Her husband had to drag her to her seat. My partner looked rightly horrified. The wedding continued with a wave of murmurs. When it came time for pictures, she inserted herself in every one. I was pretty pissed off by this time, but I was doing my best just to keep smiling until the end. I was determined not to let it ruin our day. My partner was trying to manage their grandma. She's a whole supervillain on her own. Pot, meat kettle. They were trying to keep her away from their dad. She had a personal vendetta against the man because he divorced mother-in-law and shacked up with his guy friend. Yes, the man was gay. No, they never admitted they were a couple to the family because his side of the family is extremely religious. Oh, this is a fun cluster you've got here, babes. Toward the end of the night, I wanted pictures with my sisters and maid of honor. Only my sisters and maid of honor. They were my bridesmaids as well, after all. Oh God. Mother-in-law insisted on being in these pictures too. She would not accept a no. Will she accept a kick in the caboose?
A kick in the caboose.
What Lulu are you? Sorry, I needed to regain myself. I'm on the verge of tears. While we were posing in front of a beautiful gazebo with dozens of candles lit among floral arrangements on a table in the background. I'm exhausted and quietly losing my cool. I'm told my face was telling all sorts of stories by this point though. Mother-in-law decided to stand right next to me, trying to push out my maid of honor who, like the badass she is, wasn't having it. Yeah, as she should. Like, I understand you not wanting to, like, cause drama on the wedding day. It's not a fun thing to get riled up when it's supposed to be like a happy day. This is definitely something that you would want bridesmaids for. The bridesmaids are there to corral the sheep and to spray the white gowns with red wine. It was a very childish match of moving in front of each other. Several snaps in and mother-in-law starts screaming. A rancid smell starts filling the air. Wait, what? What rancid smell? Did she poop herself? Did someone poo? Did someone poo? The whole scene devolves into chaos. We are trying to figure out what's wrong. Dear reader, this is the moment I knew my soul was bound for hell, because when that woman whipped around and her flaming locks came around to smack her in the face, I swear I saw it in slow motion. Oh God. Oh, it wasn't poo. It was fire. It was fire. Turns out one of the candles was far closer to the edge of the table than the rest. Totally there by accident, right? No one has any idea how it happened. I don't buy that story, but I'm letting the oversight go. Okay, we don't encourage arson on this channel. We don't. Mother-in-law's wig caught fire. Yes, her cheap wig went right up in flames. I actually did cry at this. I cried because I was trying so desperately not to laugh at the scene of my mother-in-law being beaten with a table stash and flowers. Oh my lord! I would have paid serious coin to see that. I honestly didn't know how to react and I was overwhelmed by it all. They get her hair put out, refusing to let me help because they didn't want me to go up in flames or ruin my dress. Fair. You stay far away from that. I like how they're like beating her instead of just grabbing a fire extinguisher. We're trying to put the fire out. Shoot the oh! Shoot the out! We're on fire! We're on fire! I'm trying to save your life! With a tear-stained face, I ask her if she's okay. She's freaking out, rightfully. Yes. Yes. My maid of honor steps in to help, and I excuse myself. Mother-in-law is tended to, and I barely make my escape to the bathroom, where I proceed to lose my laughing. I text the photographer, who informs me that he did, in fact, get a picture of my my mother-in-law's wig on fire. He tells me when I'm ready, we can continue without mother-in-law's interference, as she's been escorted to urgent care. We must urgently care for this. Such an unfortunate accident. She was fine. Cheap wig was all that caught fire. Good, good. Love to see that. Very happy for that. Good, good, good. She suffered a minor burn on her cheek, but that's it. I adore telling the story of my mother-in-law's brush with death. Her words at our wedding. The cherry on top of this karma sundae? Oh, yes. Oh, it gets better. Thanks in whole to my partner. Oh, my goodness. You cannot tell me that it gets more scrumptious than this, bestie. This is fantastic. Our photographer included the flaming hair picture in our digital package. We laugh about it whenever she's a pill. A shill pill. One day, years later, mother-in-law came over for dinner and complained that we had pictures of our family on display, but none of her. Deceased relatives and the kids. She made us think about how she felt hurt that we don't have any of her, despite knowing so many of them exist. My awesome partner, having had enough of their mother... Let me guess. You put up the one with her head on fire? He printed the flaming hair picture, framed it, and stuck it on the wall above the entry table. It greets you the moment you enter our home. Partner invites her back over for dinner, says nothing. She knocks, is let in, dropped her purse on the entry table, paused when she saw it, and donned the stuck on a lemon pucker, but never said a word about it. It's been there for 13 years now. Every now and then, my partner gets a new tacky, god-awful frame for it, and it surprises me. I love my partner so much. Oh my goodness, this warms my heart. What an amazing story, my dear. I'm glad that he gets a new frame for it every time, because, like, you know when you have, like, picture frames up and they get kind of, like, you just kind of forget to look at them. It's like you kind of forget that they're there, and they don't hold as much meaning anymore. But if you keep changing the picture frame, you're reminded. What a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing, Spice Weasel OG. You are so lucky that you have a partner that recognizes how awful his mother is. Like, there's so many people that go out of their way to defend their mother when they do awful things to their partner, and it's just like, ugh. It makes you kind of resent them, you know? Charlotte, this one! Yes, I saw it, my love, I saw it. I saw it, don't worry. Karma is a... and she collects her debts. She sure does. When karma comes knocking, better get out your change purses. All right, we got one left. We got one more story, and I saved the best for last. This submission is from Kimberlyn.
You okay, baby boy? Oh, you were sleeping on that bed, but you slipped off.
Hi, Kimberlyn. Thanks for submitting your story. My friend wore white to our friend's wedding, then got upset when that friend wore the same dress to her wedding. The math ain't mathing, bestie. Make it make sense. That's how you know it's a slight, you know? That's how you know they did it on purpose. So, this is my favorite petty revenge wedding drama I've ever borne witness to. I, 28 female, have two female friends in my immediate circle. Sarah, 28 female, and Taylor, 27 female, who were engaged at the same time. Sarah had only a maid of honor, me, and Taylor had her 5 sisters as her bridesmaids. During the planning process, anytime Sarah would have an event, dress shopping, bridal shower, etc., Taylor would go out of her way to remind the other girls not to wear white because it's only for the bride. At these same events, Sarah would mention something she's doing for the wedding, and Taylor would pipe up and say,
well, at my wedding, we're doing this. but that's cute too.
Passive aggressive like that. Oh God. Just rubbing it in the face, you know? Like,
Well, my ring is so flashy, I don't think I could ever take it. Well, my wedding is in a castle.
No!
that's the only appropriate response.
I panicked.
Sarah's wedding day comes around
Ah.
and Taylor shows up in a white dress with some flower details on it. But it is, for the most part, white. So Taylor is the one that would go out of her way to remind other girls not to wear white, and yet she shows up to the wedding wearing white. Make it make sense, bestie. The mad thing. Now, I'm of the opinion that no matter the pattern on the dress, don't wear white. But that's just me. Sarah's mother confronted Taylor about the dress, and she said it was fine to wear because it had a flower pattern. It wasn't all white. Okay, so what we're
Nice.
picturing is white dress
Okay.
with like flowers that are a different color on it. Okay, so I know that people sometimes kind of think that if it's like a white dress with like patterns on it, that it might be a pass. However, I think it would be better safe than sorry, and if you're gonna wear something like that, maybe run it by the bride beforehand. But otherwise, better safe than sorry. Like, don't wear something white, you know? She repeated the same thing when Sarah finally saw her and basically asked, WTF? After hearing her explanation, Sarah just smiled and said she understood and to have fun. Taylor talked about her own wedding to anyone who would listen. Of course she did. Because she's trying to make it all about her. Hence the
Where is
tip.
this water?
Fast forward to Taylor's wedding. Sarah shows up wearing the exact same dress. And let me guess, Taylor didn't like that, did she? Because she was being a... And she didn't want to admit that she was being a... But she was. She made excuses for it. And now you're being a... Rightfully so, Sarah. And she doesn't like it.
Did I not buy it?
I fully support being a... when it's warranted. Like, 100% be it. As I'm sure you can predict, Taylor was furious. Oh, what? No way. Never could have
can't
guessed
even
that.
get to the
And
PC.
cursed at her for wearing a white dress to her wedding. Sarah brilliantly responded with the brightest smile on her face. But don't you remember? You wore this to my wedding. You were totally right about the pattern. It's so beautiful. Wow. Taylor denied wearing that dress and said hers was mostly flowers with a little bit of white. So Sarah pulls out a printed off photo of her and Taylor at the wedding with her in that dress. She just says, see, now we're twins. See, this is what I'm saying. That's how you know that it was a slight. The rest of the night, anytime someone asked her about the dress or pointed out that it was white, she simply pulled out the photo and showed it off as well as her other wedding photos that she printed and brought with her. The two have not spoken since, and I will continue to praise my friend for having the lady balls I will never have. She's got big, hanging, busting balls. Big lady balls. Edit, for those asking what the dress looked like, I posted a pic in the comments. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God for the context. I'm looking for the dress. There it is. Wait. No, that is a... Okay, guys, this is a white dress. This is a white dress. I've even seen wedding dresses that have, like, patterned flowers on it like this. This is a white dress, okay? But like I said, if you're confused and you don't know if it's appropriate to wear to a wedding, maybe some brides would be cool with it. Ask her. Ask the bride. I would have printed the pic on a t-shirt and wore it over the dress to the event. Oh, man. She should have worn the dress. Their mates should have worn the t-shirts. All right. You made your point. You're making your point. It would have been funny, but I think the dress is a nice point to make, okay? Not too much, okay? Not too much. Sarah crushed it. Taylor knew what she was doing when she wore the dress. She just didn't think Sarah would have the guts to get revenge. Well, she thought wrong, didn't she? Imagine being so insecure that you try to show up your friend at her wedding and then have the unmitigated gall to be offended when it's done to you with the exact same dress. I mean, it's just proof that she did it on purpose. Like, if she can get mad that someone did that when she did it to someone else, how are you not embarrassed? You are a hypocrite, my dear. She is the queen of petty. We are not worthy. We are not worthy of this petty. This is fantastic. You guys have some of the craziest stories. And believe me, I have been doing like wedding petty revenge and wedding drama stories for years now. Some of the stuff that you guys have been posting is like The best I have ever read. So thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to join the Reddit thread and post your stuff. Subscribe! Hey everybody, welcome back. Am I the a-hole for wearing white to a wedding and having a whole bottle of wine dumped on my dress? Well, we shall find out, won't we? Alright, the honorable judge presiding. You may be thinking of using my friend's account to avoid embarrassment if I am indeed the a-hole. A few years ago, I, then 22 female, now in my 30s, went to my uncle's wedding. Him and his wife, both in their 40s back then, are pretty well off financially. Just to give you an idea, her engagement ring alone was worth over $50,000. They had an intimate wedding and ceremony, around 40 people max. The venue was at this big mansion. It was gorgeously decorated with what can only be a minimum of $30,000 worth of flowers. We had amazing hors d'oeuvres between the ceremony and reception with champagne, and more champagne. We had a meal with too many courses to count on both hands, with every course paired with a new bottle of privately imported wine, all put together by a sommelier. For those coming from out of town, there were enough rooms to stay overnight, and for everyone else, there would be chauffeurs bringing them back home safely. Okay, classy. Important point though, they absolutely wanted no gifts. No registry, no money, no nothing. They would cover for everything. We only have to be there. Ooh, I want to go. Interesting. Love that for them though. Only condition was that we dress the part. Black tie event. They had no bridal party. Instead, they wanted us to skip the gifts and put that money toward an outfit worthy of their wedding. This is where I might have f***ed up. What did you do, bestie? I went dress shopping at the same shop I went to buy my prom dress. They have a vast inventory of dresses and gowns, and I figured I'd find something there worthy of a millionaire's wedding. I was given a $500 budget for the dress. Since I was 22, in college, still working a part-time job, I would have had barely $150 to spend on my whole outfit. So my mother helped for the dress as long as she could go dress shopping with me, and that I used my initial budget towards shoes and accessories. I really wanted to wear a black dress. I find it timeless and classic and beautiful. Always a great choice. My mother was all bothered, like, absolutely not, you're not wearing a black dress to a wedding. Why the f not? It's a celebration, not a funeral. Yeah, but like, some people just look really good in black, which I get. So I started looking at other dresses, but I really had my eye on this beautiful floor-length gown, all black with lace appliques. Truly gorgeous. The perfect balance, the definition of sexy but classy. I still dream about this dress to this day, to be honest, but it was black, so hard no for my mom. We ended up with a compromise. At the end of the day, I chose this other black sleeveless mermaid dress with lace appliques on the bodice going down the hips and thighs. Thing is, all that lace was white. The thing is like, I doubt that someone would mistake you for the bride if you were wearing something like that. Remember when I said there were new bottles of wine with every single course of the meal at the wedding? Well, during the main course, a server dropped a bottle of red wine on me. Not a glass, but a full bottle. Freshly uncorked, dropped on my shoulder. 750 milliliters of red wine poured on myself and splashed on the man sitting beside me. I was drenched. I even had wine in my panties. Ooh. So much I had to change underwear while my mother was trying to dry out my dress. My uncle had the server removed altogether from the service. It was not their first mishap of the day. Apparently she dropped a whole tray of crystal champagne flutes full of Dom Perignon earlier and almost knocked down the cake. It was not her day. So wait, so she didn't spill it on purpose? I'm confused. After the wedding, my aunt was furious at the employee and my uncle asked the supervisor that I'm compensated for the damages to my dress. The company ended up paying for the dry cleaning. Recently, I was retelling this story and one of my friends said, well, of course you had red wine dumped on you. You wore white to a wedding. I mean, she didn't wear white. She wore a black dress with white lace. Not exactly the same as wearing an all-white dress. I've never thought of it that way, honestly. I was so focused on not wearing black because black lace equals funeral, it doesn't, that I never thought about the white lace on the dress. I think if your mom had such a strong opinion about, like, a black dress, she would have had a strong opinion about you wearing a white dress. So a year later, was I the a-hole wearing white to my uncle's wedding, and was the server only doing her job by dropping that bottle of wine, Rip Cabernet, on my black and white dress? All right, we have a reference photo. Picture of a similar dress, not exactly the same. Mine wasn't as long. The flowers were softer and maybe a little more form-fitting. Oh, girl, that's not a white dress. That's a really nice dress. I really like that dress. Let's get something straight here. We say don't wear white to a wedding. When we say that, we say the dress has to look kind of like a wedding dress, okay? Like floor length, lots of lace, like big, poofy, you know, it has to pass for a wedding dress. And even then, wearing an all-white dress is like, someone wore an all-white dress to my friend's wedding. The whole time I was like, is that white? Is it like beige? And I didn't like it, but it was all white. This is a black dress with white trim. There's plenty of like summer dresses that are like appropriate for weddings that are white with like multicolored flowers on them, for example. That is not an all-white dress. And your friend's honestly kind of a bitch. You deserve to get wine spilled on you because you wore a white dress? You didn't. Let's not get this twisted here. Wearing white, having white on you somewhere, like maybe the flowers are white or something. I feel like if there was a problem, your uncle and his bride probably would have said something, you know? And they seemed super upset about the fact that you had wine spilled on you. I don't think she did that on purpose. Your friend, on the other hand, sounds a bit salty. Here's a more detailed account of the actual wine incident for those wondering. Miss Waitress uncorked the bottle beside me, dropped the bottle opener, and when trying to reach down to pick it up, the bottle tilted and wine started pouring out of it, on my back, dripping down my spine. I let out a little yelp, and when she stood up, saw the wine and dropped the bottle right on my shoulder. I had a bruise for a week after. She tried to catch it and knocked it off the back of my head. So that's when a geyser of wine exploded out of the bottle and splashed on my neighbor to the left, staining the whole right sleeve of his white shirt. Then the bottle fell on my lap. I slowly picked it up, stood up, and gave the bottle back to Miss Waitress. There was probably a glass worth of wine left in the bottle. Also, the server had been removed for service for a few hours after the champagne incident. We only saw her again during dinner service, during the main course, when some of the staff had to take their breaks. The Cabernet incident happened right away, and the only other time I saw her was when she stopped me on my way to my room crying and trying to apologize. Okay, so she absolutely did not do that on purpose. Edit 3, I'll call my aunt later today. Thinking about it, I realized that as the bride, her opinion is the only one that actually counts. I'll post an update later today if my friend with this Reddit account is still good with me hijacking that account for a few more days. This final edit is 100% correct. If you're unsure about a dress and whether or not it's appropriate to wear to a wedding, contact the bride and ask her opinion. I wore a dress with like a little bit of like gray on it to my friend's wedding recently, and I had a couple of DMs that were just like, you're wearing white to a wedding. Listen, don't get it twisted. I asked the bride if it was allowed. It was a black dress with purple flowers and some patches of white, okay? That's not, like, come on. The rule is, if you could pass for the bride, that's a no-no. It's not only a no-no, it's an absolutely not. Not the a-hole. The dress wasn't even a color that could be considered white adjacent, like light pink. It was black with white details. You can wear something like that to a wedding, I agree. It's not like everything white is off the table. It is entire white or white adjacent outfits that are off the table. Black with some white here and there, totally fine. And that's a gorgeous dress. Thank you. Let's not go around and bully people for wearing a black dress with white on it. Guys wear white pants to weddings. Women wear like sundresses that have, you know, patches of like colored flowers on them. The only white that I have an issue with at a wedding is if you look like a bride. Agreed, the black dress with white accents looks very nice for such a fancy event. Beyond that, although I personally find throwing wine trashy, it's the bride or perhaps her maid of honor who decide if a dress is too white and need to be destroyed through wine while the guest is still wearing it. The idea that a random woman who was present in a professional capacity and blundering about while doing so apparently did the right thing by attacking two guests is ludicrous. Yeah, it's not only you that she spilled the wine on, it's also the guest that was next to you.
Spilled wine on me.
How she even spill a full bottle violently enough to splash two guests instead of snatching it back? If it was one throwaway comment from your friend, I would disregard it. Their intrusive thought demon probably rammed it out of their mouth before they really thought it through. If your friend is a little clueless about casting a critical eye on gender norms and social customs, aka peer pressure from dead people, you can have a conversation about that if you like. The starting point might be this important clue. After the wedding, my aunt was furious at the employee. Would the aunt be furious if that was intentional? If your friend often undermines you in subtle or direct ways, maybe you can reconsider just how close your friendship is. OP responds, thank you for your concern, but knowing my friend, it was a throwaway comment and not them actively shaming me. I mean, it could have been like a joke, I guess.
Well, you were white to a wedding, so you could just get one spilled on you.
And that was like a sarcasm type thing. But you felt bad enough about that you chose
No,
to
I
write
fucked
not
up.
only an initial story but an update to find out if you're an a-hole because you felt bad. So the tone there might not have been as lighthearted. I never ever wear white or any color for that matter, other than the occasional red accent on a black plaid shirt. So the fact that the only time in my life that I wore white was at another person's wedding does seem sus when you don't know the full story. We're gonna head to the update. The update! Hey potatoes, hey! Just hung up with Auntie, congratulated her on her 10th wedding anniversary. They've been in Europe for over a month now for a second honeymoon, but I still managed to talk to her for about an hour before she had to leave her room to go to the restaurant. They're in Italy right now from what I gathered. So basically right away she said I'm absolutely and definitely not the a-hole. Her opinion is the only one that matters! She loved the dress and was very happy that I followed the dress code. She apologized again for the Cabernet incident. I did learn some gossip surrounding the wedding though, and I thought I might share it with y'all. Little gossip. First, dress code. It was very clear in the invite that this was a fancy event and therefore black tie attire was mandatory. I looked back at the invite and it states no cocktail dresses or casual clothes. For those of us with a limited budget, TIL that she contracted a company that offered rental dresses and suits to help out anyone who didn't have the money for such an outfit. All rentals were covered by the married couple. Honestly, your aunt and uncle sound super accommodating and generous. Not a lot of people would do this. From what I gather, almost half their guests took the offer, which in retrospect explains how all the people my age were able to afford ball gowns and fancy evening attire like they did. Furthermore, the wedding planner had spare dresses and suits in her room in pretty much all sizes. So let me guess, someone still managed to show up underdressed.
I feel a little underdressed.
Provided by the rental company in case someone had to change for any reason, from not respecting the dress code to having major wardrobe malfunctions. This is so unbelievably thoughtful. Like, I am blown away by the thoughtfulness. Upon learning that new information, I asked why I wasn't offered a spare dress after the wine incident. Well, apparently her niece showed up with a short cocktail dress that morning, claiming it was the only thing she could afford. Auntie was mad because she offered many times to help her out with a dress worthy of the event, and she refused every time. So when the niece arrived at the venue with the cocktail dress, the wedding planner brought her to the room and had her changed into the emerald, A-line, rhinestone-covered gown I remember her wearing. That gown was the only size 4 though, therefore when I had my Cabernet shower, there was no spare dress for me. Anyway, I wasn't that uncomfortable, so even if the dress was still available, I might have kept the same dress on. Moral of the story, do not wear a cocktail dress to a black tie event. Now for the server. Oh my god. A week before the wedding, the couple and their children went to a venue and had a rehearsal dinner, sort of. They basically had the meal that we would be served at the reception and could give their comments as to what they like and didn't like. Give some feedback on how they wanted the service to feel and help them make the corrections before the big day. Everything was fine mostly. Only a few small edits required, including replacing all flutes and cups with crystal ones. They paid for it themselves as they didn't like the feel of the ones provided and told the company they could keep it after. Other than that, everything was perfect, except for this, Miss Clumsy Waitress.
Oops. Clumsy me?
At that point, they didn't know she was clumsy, but they knew they didn't like her. She was rude, cold, and didn't know anything about formal etiquette. She would place the plates in front of the guests the wrong way, pour the wine the wrong way, handle silverware and glassware the wrong way. She was all sorts of wrong for the type of event they wanted. Uncle,
All
a little more
sorts
slightly
of
rational
wrong.
than my aunt, kept her from going all bridezilla on the catering company and quietly asked the manager that she was replaced. Manager said okay, but that she would be on call if someone called in sick or something.
That.
Still be enough staff to provide smooth service.
That
on their
is
wedding.
awesome.
Morning of the wedding, one of the staff member goes to the bridal suite to bring mimosas to the bride, her makeup artist, hairstylist, and wedding planner. The room had this huge balcony overlooking the outdoor venue full of flowers, water fountain, decorations, etc. The doors to the balcony were wide open, and a bee came in to chill
I couldn't
on
wait
the
for this
bouquet.
one.
The bouquet that staff member had to move in order to put down the tray of mimosas. She got stung and had a big reaction, probably allergic to be honest. That girl was way too professional about it because she left the room without bringing attention to herself. Went directly to take some Benadryl and was sent to the hospital by her manager to be monitored for anaphylaxis. You probably guessed it, but they had to call another server to replace her. Here comes Miss Clumsy Waitress. Oh my goodness. I find it so weird, like, they still kept her on call instead of firing her. Like, if you get a direct complaint about someone and you choose to still keep them, I don't know.
You are the problem.
So I don't know what her manager had told her the week prior about her poor performance as to why she was only on call, but the woman was anxious. First, she knocked over the makeup artist palette when she went to the bridal suite to clear off the empty mimosa glasses. Oh, absolutely not. Oh God. If I had personally asked for someone not to be at my wedding and they showed up and the first thing they did was like knock over something, I would be livid. The makeup artist says she was insured for that kind of thing, but my aunt paid for it anyway. About half of it was destroyed. Uncle intervened and said that Miss Clumsy Waitress was not to be seen near the bride if she still wanted to cater the event. Then the champagne flutes incident. She was shaking like crazy. Oh dear Lord. Like, I understand being really nervous. Listen, those like trays of glasses, those are really heavy. If any of you guys haven't served before, you should know that when a server carries like trays of plates and glasses, that is really, really heavy. And if you want to be a server, you have to be honest with yourself about being able to carry one of those trays. And if you can't, you either have to get a ton of practice before you even consider doing like a classy event like this, or maybe rethink being a server, because speaking from experience, I could not for the life of me balance one of those trays. I think that's why I like got fired. A restaurant. So I sympathize with her, but at the same time, I don't know. You gotta find another line of work, bestie.
Resign.
So she was shaking like crazy, so the manager asked her not to touch anything and just pour the champagne. That another colleague would bring the tray. But when the wedding planner asked if the champagne was ready because we were waiting for glasses for a toast, she took it as, bring them yourself right now. Oh. Bless your heart. So she took the tray and dropped it instantly, shattering half of the champagne flutes the bride and groom bought. They still had more spares, but a few of the guests had normal, non-crystal champagne glasses because of that. Also, rip Dom Perignon, you will be missed. After that, my uncle was furious at Miss Clumsy Waitress, but also at the manager, saying he didn't want to see her anymore. That's when she disappeared for a few hours. To be quite frank, I feel like the only person who's really at fault here is the manager, for some reason, not taking the bride and groom seriously when they say, I don't want to see this person anymore, and still sending them out to serve people. After multiple mistakes, after multiple requests, there's only 40 people and they spent a lot of money on this wedding to make sure everything's perfect. They're super accommodating, super generous. They deserve first class service. So the fact that this manager didn't like heed the warning, So when the Cabernet incident happened, it was the last straw. When I was gone trying to dry off my dress and change underwear, he made a toast. Don't know if my aunt embellished it over the phone, but basically he said he loved everyone present for their big day and that he was sorry if he thought we all deserved the best. Money can't buy qualified staff anymore. Ooh, the tea. And that he hoped to make it back to all of us with all the love he had for us. Something very passive-aggressive toward Miss Clumsy Waitress, but saying he
What
loved
a
us
sweet
was happy.
man.
When I saw Miss Clumsy Waitress crying when I came back from my room, she'd been there for the whole speech. My table neighbor
I
who
wish
got
my
a wine
uncle was
shower
that
with
sweet.
me went to see her. I think it's best you just leave now. The rest of the evening was perfect, a truly wonderful time for everyone. The catering company reimbursed
No,
my
it's
aunt
just
and uncle
annoying.
for the crystal glassware they had gifted them. Apparently, the venue also gave the newlyweds and my mother, who paid for the dress, a free stay at their establishment, which my mother gave to my grandmother as a gift instead. They then reimbursed us for the dry cleaning and had Miss Clumsy Waitress on probation. She was fired a week later. So yeah, basically I'm not an a-hole according to them, and my aunt's niece got to change her dress on site when it was deemed inappropriate. And Miss Clumsy Waitress probably took another career path. Please wish the couple a happy 10th anniversary. Happy 10th
Hey, this
anniversary.
time.
So
Let's
happy
see
for
what happened. When you finish, you're alone. Whee! Congratulations! That paid. The banker. Congratulations on being debt free. I can finally stop worrying about your loan, and so can you. Nice, nice. He's gone. Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Banker. Thank you for your payment. Why do you have a kiss on your neck? Who would have thought that you were able to repay all your debt this fast? You're so good with this laundry business. Oh yeah, before I forgot, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. He's a great restaurant owner. I know that you will be interested in meeting him, so I'll bring him over tomorrow. Nice. Yay! Progress.
How are you? One more edit, which I think is important from OP. Oh my god.
Come again.
So I had people DM me on how rude the waitress really was at the rehearsal, so I figured I'd add it. I do not want to shame Miss Clumsy Waitress further, especially on things that she said, not that she did, because of how it could have been interpreted. That's why I didn't go into details in the post, but here it goes. When Aunt arrived for the rehearsal, they were dressed in fancy casual clothes, is the best way I can describe it. I saw pictures and pretty sure it was from their last shopping spree at Holt Renfrew or Nordstrom. Oh, you're Canadian, I see. Well, Miss Clumsy Waitress kind of shamed them for being overdressed and acting like big shots. From my aunt's retelling, it was along the lines of, "You can't impress us, leave the act for your social media followers." Ironically, neither of them are on social media other than maybe Facebook for my aunt, because it gives her extra lives in her mobile game if she's connected with Facebook. And a private account on Instagram to share photos with family. She follows 3 people and has the same amount of followers, and my uncle's on LinkedIn. That's it. That's besides the point. Later, she told my aunt to calm down about the way the silverware was placed at the table. Excuse me? As long as your guests have a knife and fork, you don't have a say in the way we arrange your utensils. You are not Queen Elizabeth, and even then... okay, you know what? I'm actually realizing, back when I was I first moved to Toronto and I was looking for a job, I actually answered a job posting for a wedding catering company or just a catering company. Before we got hired, we had to go through this literal training session that taught us where to put forks and knives and glasses and plates on a table for fine dining. Okay, this is something that we had to do before we even got the job, and then based on our performance at this, we got the job. God, did I even do that job? That was 4 years ago. Did I even host an event? I feel like I did. Oh my god. I did do that. I think I just did it once though. Yeah, because I didn't like carrying the trays. It was heavy! She does have a say in the way that you arrange the utensils, actually. When my uncle made sure with the manager there would be only one large table for all guests, no segregation, just this big table with the bride and groom at one end, their children at the other end, and 15 to 20 guests on each side, the request that was agreed upon earlier, he was just confirming. Miss Clumsy Waitress said, "Well, that's not a wedding, that's a dinner party." Literally... When the glassware came into the conversation, when Uncle and Aunt decided to buy better wine glasses because they didn't like the ones they had and knew it was too last minute to ask for different ones, Miss Clumsy Waitress said, "No one ever complained about our glasses before. Wine is wine. If you drink enough of it, you might forget to be obnoxious the day of your wedding and everyone will be thankful for it." Oh no. She said that to the bride and groom? How she even still was allowed to be on call and didn't get fired? I'm sorry, but that's just negligence. Those are examples that come to mind. Like I said in my post, I had a pretty long conversation with my aunt, so I might have omitted some things.
Mama?
Needless to say, she was not worried about that anymore. She loved the dress and probably had an amazing meal with a decent staff in Italy. So, my dears, it's pretty plain to see. You are not the a-hole. And I didn't want to hear another word about it! This is good! Hey everybody, welcome back. Another day, another Bridezilla freakout. Just another day. Alright, today we got a doozy of a story from the Charlotte Dobre YouTube Reddit. The post is by Ms. Gadget. Am I the a-hole for essentially being myself and doing exactly what the bride asked, knowing it would backfire on her? A little malicious compliance in the morning with your coffee and your tea. I'm supposed to be maid of honor tonight for a wedding. Oh, we posted this 3 days ago. Oh, okay. My husband is the best man, and we've been friends with this couple for a long time. The problem is, now I'm being kicked out for being black.
What?
And my husband wants to step down as best man because of it, and that's causing a whole thing. I mean, I would say that that's not what's causing the whole thing. I would say that it's you being kicked out because you're black. didn't cause the thing by people. Interesting. To clarify, because it's important, the bride is not racist in any way.
What? She's just not aesthetic enough for the
In fact, it
pictures.
was her desire to treat everyone the same and refusing to listen that caused the problem. My skin color is the issue, but not because she has a problem with it overall, but just because she didn't realize that my skin would make a dress look different on me than on others. Okay. She had this vision for her wedding forever, apparently. Her bridesmaids' dresses are nearly identical to her wedding dress in style, except a different color. And on the bridesmaids' dresses, the detailing stops at the waist, and they are not laced up in the back. My dress of maid of honor is an exact carbon copy of hers, just in another color. Here's where it gets to be a mess. She picked this color the company calls morning gray for her bridesmaids' dresses.
It looks white on her.
It's like a soft pastel gray that's about a shade of white. Okay. Morning gray. This is morning gray. That's morning gray. Yeah, it's pretty close to white. Pretty close to white. On the other bridesmaids, the dress absolutely looks gray. A very soft, very ethereal gray. But a gray nonetheless. All the other bridesmaids are also white. I'm not. I am not only black, but as I've been to the beach for another wedding this year already, I'm darker than I normally am. Well, against my skin, the dress undeniably looks white. Okay, so we're saying like the contrast of the dress on your skin makes it look white. Ergo, she doesn't want someone else looking like they're wearing a white, identical wedding dress to her wedding. Okay. Like, the only way you can tell mine is actually gray is if I'm standing directly next to the bride and the dresses are side by side. Then you can see mine is slightly gray and hers isn't. Now, the bride ordered all of these dresses and picked the color herself. Like, didn't you try the dress on? Like, was there not a moment where you went to, like, a fitting to, like, try the dress on? That's why we have, like, fittings for these types of things. You know? I tried to tell her she should order mine in a darker shade of gray because I've been down this road before where I've been accused of wearing white at a wedding because a dress I wore looked white in the sunlight, even though it wasn't. My skin makes clothing look lighter. She insisted that she had a cousin try it on and the color was perfect and you could easily tell it was gray. Was her cousin black? Like, I tried to explain to her that her cousin is the color of printer paper. Seriously, she's deliberately chosen vampire aesthetic and she avoids the sun as much as possible. And wears super high SPF sunblock anytime she's outside because she wants to be as pale as possible. And that it would look different on me, but she was unwilling to have her vision modified. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I just kind of think it's weird, like, that you're so adamant about having gray dresses at your wedding, like gray dresses that look exactly like your dress as a bride. Isn't that, like, I don't know. I just, like, interesting choice, okay? It's your wedding. You do whatever the hell you want, honey, but it's an interesting choice to fight for. I mean, you're kind of at the point where you can't really change it, but, like, okay. Now she's pissed at me because even though it's clear hanging with the other dresses that mine is the same color as the other bridesmaids, she's decided the only option is to kick me out of the wedding so I don't upstage her. Because the dress she insisted on makes me look like a bride too. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Oh, this is funny.
This is so funny.
Oh man. However, she wanted to give my dress to one of the other bridesmaids, which I said I was fine with as soon as she reimbursed me the money for it. $350 compared to the rest of the bridesmaids, who paid about $125. Then one of the bridesmaids promptly pointed out that none of them could even wear my dress. I'm not huge, but I am incredibly top heavy. I wear a 34H bra. Sorry, I kicked it. Didn't mean to. I swear, I'm just wearing really big slippers. Oh, see?
Big slippers.
A little unaware of where my feet are at the moment. Give me a second. Sorry, I needed to adjust myself. That 34H. Which is part of why my dress was so much more expensive than the other bridesmaids. The other part being extra detailing. So none of the other bridesmaids would be able to keep my dress, even if the lacing was pulled as tight as it would go. So now she's decided I've ruined her perfect wedding. Well, no. This is why we have fittings. Especially if you're very particular about what you want at your wedding. You need to be trying things on before. You wouldn't show up to your wedding not having tried on your wedding dress, would you? Okay, same thing goes for everyone else if you're being picky, which you're allowed to be. Okay? You're allowed to be picky at your wedding, but we gotta make sure everything fits. I find it odd that you were able to get the 34H fit. Like, it was probably custom and like altered, but like we didn't think about the color in that moment. She screamed at me and told me that I'm not only not in the wedding, but she doesn't even want me to attend as a guest. Okay, are we sure she's not like racist? I don't like that's ridiculous, dude. Which pissed off my husband because she was warned. I even sent her a photo of a dress I wore that was almost the same color to a different wedding. And B, because he doesn't want to attend a wedding we traveled for without me. And he thinks it's bullshit she insisted on the dress color. The groom is upset because if I'm not there, my husband says he isn't coming because he's not leaving me in a hotel room for hours by myself while everyone else celebrates and parties. So now the bride says we're ruining everything and the others in the bridal party think I should just do what she wants because it's her day. Just ends with that. Okay, like, obviously you're not the a-hole. I don't really know what to do in this scenario, though. Like, it's not that she made the mistake of, like, not realizing that your skin tone would make the dress look white. It's that she's somehow mad at you. That's the Delulu Bridezilla part. Okay, so here's some like suggestions in the comments. I don't know if this would ever happen to somebody else, but like it might. Ha ha ha, the describing the cousin's skin tone as printing paper is funny. Why can't she have you in a different colored dress? Some brides do that for their maid of honors. That's what I'm thinking, because it's like maid of honors usually have like, you know, something else, like either a different colored bouquet or a different colored dress to signify that they are the maid of honor. Just dye it or some shit. Yeah, you could do that, or like maybe you could like add some embroidery detailing on it. Like it's kind of, like the wedding is, what did you say, like tomorrow? Tonight. It's tonight. So this is already passed. It's kind of like, at this point you don't have a lot of options, but like maybe even like a shawl or something over the dress to signify that you're like different than the others, and maybe that might like offset. I don't know, man, that's her fault. Like literally her fault. This is why you plan ahead and you have fittings and you try on different colors. That's an extreme overreaction on her part, especially since you warned her. You did. You fully told her. You showed her pictures. It's like, dude, just so you know, this is what this is gonna look like. You're clearly close since you're her maid of honor, so you think she'd trust what you look like in a certain color, but Bridezilla clearly lost her marbles. I'm thinking you dodged a bullet on this one, and hubby will too once he dips. But there has to be other solutions than straight kicking you out. If you really want to stay in it, ask her if she can find someone to dye the dress. If she's amenable to you, have a different shade. Yeah, but we've like been through this. She doesn't want that, right? Like she wants it her way. Like, I mean, it's her wedding. If that's what she wants, it's what she wants. But she also doesn't need to be a freaking dick about it. Like, why are you not even allowed to go to the wedding now? Like, I don't understand why she's mad at you because of the color of your skin and her stupid decisions. I seriously wonder what went through the bride's mind when OP clearly and straightforwardly told her about the problems that will rise. I don't blame OP's husband for essentially backing out of the wedding because that bride is a bridezilla at this point. It's like, how can you really marry someone who's this delulu? And how can you support the marriage of someone that's this delulu? I wish you well. Like, get some therapy first. But I wish you well in hell. Anyways, I agree with the top clothes. You can't just dye the dress and make it a bit darker. Essentially, not quote-unquote staging the bride on her day, even though it was all her fault to begin with. I would cut my losses and just ditch the whole wedding because A, the bride essentially did not take into account your perfectly reasonable fights and warnings, but still turned around to blame it on you, even though you cautioned her about the whole thing. And it doesn't seem like a worthwhile event to go to now, seeing she's essentially acting so mean. I say ditch the wedding and go out with your husband and celebrate the love you guys have. That's not the worst idea in the world. In fact, it's a rather good one. Okay, I don't want to excite you, but I do at the same time. We have
an update.
Thank you for keeping us updated, Ms. Gidget. Let's get to it. So, yesterday I posted about my friend's wedding last night, and the fact that she kicked me out of her wedding and refused to let me attend as a guest and wanted to make me give up my maid of honor dress because it looked white on my dark skin, and she felt she was being upstaged as the bride. I tried to say she wasn't racist, but people on here told me I was being intentionally naive, and you were right. I told you! I told you! Like, literally, are we sure she's not racist? So were those of you who said she did this deliberately. Oh, that's an interesting take. Oh, okay. She is both racist and absolutely delusional, which is why she's single instead of married today!
Oh!
That's all I like to hear. Delicious. Delectable. Yesterday after I posted, things got ugly. And the groom called everything off. I love being right. Like, I love it. How can you marry someone this delulu? Like, how? Every bride is allowed to get, like, a little bit stressed out. You know, everybody, it's a lot. Planning an event is a lot. I've had, you know, breakdowns when I've had to plan events and they weren't even weddings, okay? Like, we're allowed to have a breakdown if we're planning a wedding. It is a very stressful thing. But, like, not like this. This is just, you're just being a dick. You're just being a dick. I took your guys' suggestion and initially offered to dye the dress. Since I was the only person not getting my hair done, my hair has been damaged more than once by stylists who don't know how to handle the texture, so I'm very limited in who I will let do it, and instead usually do it myself. The groom thought this was a great idea and even offered to pay for the stuff needed to dye it and let me use his parents' place to do it. While he went to go talk to his parents, though, she nixed that because then I would stand out even more. She's your maid of honor. Girl, what is wrong with you? So I asked what she meant by stand out even more, and a whole lot of truth came out. Apparently, she didn't want me in the wedding at all, but her ex-fiance is one of my oldest and best friends, and my husband was one of hers. That's why we introduced them to each other in the first place, because we thought they would hit it off, and they did. Anyway, because my husband is the closest thing she has to a sibling, she really wanted him to be the man of honor at their wedding, and initially, until experts said that he was fine with it.
Are you the... Hey, here's the guy I've told you about. Rabas. Hello, I'm Rabas, the owner of the Baxo card. The banker told me that you are really good at managing your business. And I'm actually looking for someone as amazing as you. Because of some story, I won't bore you by telling it. I need to go back to my village. So I need to sell my Boxel card. Well, if you're interested in it, please check the detail in the blueprint app. Simba, you're not a... Oh my gosh, this cat man. Good luck, and I hope the Boxer restaurant will help your business. Yay! Okay, well, yeah. I cannot get it yet, though. It's only level 6, I think. Maybe. Let me look. Oh no. 10,000? Oh, okay. Okay. I can do it. Mama? Il veut vraiment pas les dents. Il veut vraiment pas les dents. Même Mathieu, il a essayé. Il veut pas. Le tipi. Ouais. Hmm. Non.
Au pire, dès qu'on a le chèque.
Mais j'ai cherché en plus. Sûrement. Bibi! Vas-y! Vas-y, Tipi! Vas-y! Oh, il a peur. Non? Vas-y, dehors, bébé. Vas-y! Vas-y, Tipi! Non! Baby, come here. That's cool. Il a peur. Il est dans le cage, là. Je peux même pas moi. Ouais. Ouais, je sais. Non! Il est dans le cage.
it and would just have me as the best woman so things would look balanced and two men didn't have to walk down the aisle or whatever. She really didn't like that, so they decided to switch us. No big deal. Except apparently it was, because I'm the only person of color in the whole wedding party and one of the very few who will be at the wedding at all. And I'm gonna stand out in every single picture. So? Like literally so? I asked, what about the groom's parents? The groom is white, but he's adopted by a black couple and is quite close to both his biological and adoptive parents. But if you ask who his parents are, he always says the people who raised him. Her theory was that his biological parents would be in the pictures, not his adoptive parents. Well, when the groom came back and heard this, he flipped out. And then she said the dumbest thing she could have said. Apparently, quote,
"It's not his fault he had no control over who adopted him.
And the picture should just be, quote,
real family."
Ooh! Ooh! Well, at that point, the groom had heard enough and told her they were his real family. And he couldn't believe she would say that. She was not the person he thought she was, and he was not marrying her.
It's okay. It's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. It's good.
She gets pissed and tell him he's being ridiculous. Oh, interesting choice of words, bestie. Interesting, we can gauge when other people are being ridiculous, but we don't have any self-awareness to when we are being ridiculous. His parents can be in some of the photos and they will take some without. No! He tells her again that he's in no way, shape, manner, or form marrying her after what he heard. In fact, he wants nothing to do with her. She gets upset and says, well, she's at least going to have fun at the reception. He reminds her that he and his parents paid for everything, including the reception, and she's not welcome, and he will be informing security of that fact. The bride runs off and tells her parents what he's saying and doing, so they come out guns blazing. But apparently she didn't give them all the facts, because when he laid it out for them, they were appalled. Ain't that always the truth? People that are being unreasonable, they always sugarcoat everything. You know, they don't say everything, right? It's like, why did you have a falling out? You guys were so close.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's not what I heard.
Nobody wants to admit they're a delusional a-hole, because that would mean taking responsibility for your actions and how you treat people. Her father literally tore her a new one, talking about how she was not raised that way and couldn't believe this was the person she had become. They apologized to the groom, offered to pay for half the wedding, and they left with their daughter. Shame on you. Shame. You go to your corner. So we spent the afternoon with the groom, several of the bridesmaids, and all the groomsmen, who were all equally shocked by her behavior. I'd say we were consoling the groom, but we weren't. He was too busy ranting about how he dodged a bullet. No, bestie, he dodged like a big bazooka. Bullet doesn't nearly cover it. Last night we went to the reception, partied until like 3 a.m. and had a great time. As for the dress, I have an event later this summer and I'm gonna dye the dress and wear it for that.
Periods.
That's what's up. Summer, and I'm gonna dye the dress and wear it for that.
Periods.
That's what's up. That's what I like to hear. Oh goodness, what a lovely story. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh my God, a happy ending after all. Geez, the not wanting black people in her wedding photos summons a rage in me. I'm not an angry person, but this is just, ugh. She's a loser. I'm glad the groom didn't end up marrying her. I feel vindicated somehow. I do. Honestly, this healed something in me. Knowing that there's people who treat others badly, end up getting exactly what they deserve, really makes me happy, because there's nothing worse than knowing that someone treats you like shit and they still get everything that they want. Karma never comes for them. At least it doesn't look like karma ever comes for them, you know. It just feels so good to know that there is some justice in the world. It's one thing to have a vision of your wedding. It's another to go completely insane and be an a-hole over different colors of skin and how they'll stand out. Well, they wouldn't if you weren't a complete racist a-hole. Listen, bestie, it's your wedding. There is no way in hell that like anyone can upstage you on your day, okay? Like there's people who can try to upstage you, but no one can upstage you unless you let them. Just sounds like freaking racism to me. She just sounds racist. And like secretly envious of what you look like, honestly. Imagine thinking that someone just existing is upstaging you. Ugh, brother, ew. Yes, that groom didn't dodge a bullet. He dodged a cannonball. Even her parents were mad at her, which is a nice twist of fate. That was the part that honestly made me like really unreasonably happy. Like, ooh, you're in trouble. Your parents mad. Your daddy's mad at you. Damn right. Damn right they are. Because that's embarrassing. Alrighty, guys. Don't forget to join the Charlotte Dobre YouTube Reddit thread. Share your stories. Upvote, downvote, comment on other people's stuff. Love reading it. It's so enjoyable. Subscribe! Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello guys, I'm Cinnamon Toast Ken, and this is Mary. Hi. And then look at this, standing. Because we don't have 10 million subscribers yet. So go tell your grandma, tell your family, show them the Chris Hansen video, whatever you gotta do, get them to subscribe so Mary can have a chair. You guys thought that was Mary's chair? Wrong. Mary will never have a chair, ever, until we get to 10 million subs. Isn't that right, Mary?
It's true, it's just, you are doing this. It's you guys.
It's your fault. The way the audio's set up, it's going to be really weird if she's here trying to talk to us. I got to fix it. We're going to get her own thing, her own setup later, and we'll have a Mary cam. It'll be cool. It'll be real cool. But no chair though. She'll still be. I can't emphasize that. I can't emphasize it enough. No chair. All right, Mary. So what are we checking out today?
So last night, as I was trying to lay down my head to rest, Girl World was imploding once again.
Imploding?
Absolutely.
That's every day, isn't it?
There was so much happening that people had to go live to discuss it. It was just so much.
Oh my gosh, it's hot news straight off the presses from Mary.
So the queen of Girl World, our Amberlynn Reid, is single once again.
Oh no! Oh. What happened? Her girlfriend wasn't a feeder, right? Not a feeder.
Yeah.
Even though there were allegations and they found some stuff, but that wasn't the case. And then she defended her, and I thought they were doing really good. I thought everything was fine.
Right. So the last time I checked in with you guys about what is happening, Tommy/Emily and Amber had just gotten together, and it was very, very much she is not a feeder.
Now, who'd you say? You thought there's 3 names there. Who?
Okay, so Amber calls her Tommy. Her name is Emily. She also goes by the names Willow and Oak. So there's a bunch of names. Yeah.
Did we make the joke? It's like on the radio station, yo, it's Big Dog here, aka Big Smoke, aka on the streets, aka
Tommy, Willow, and Oak.
Yeah. For the sake of this video, I am going to be just calling her Emily. But if I accidentally call her Tommy or Willow or Oak, it's all the same girl. Okay.
It's too much to keep up with, but okay, I'll believe you. Yeah.
All right. So this all started when Emily was posting a few worrying things on her Instagram that was just making Amber's loyal fans concerned, really. I want to stand up for myself and clear a few things up. 1, I've never denied my preferences. Amberlynn was fully aware of everything from the very beginning of our relationship. People are now using my preferences as an excuse to invade what little privacy I have left. It's just a way for them to justify crossing boundaries and looking into my life far beyond what's appropriate. They want to excuse doxing every small detail they uncover about me. Just because Amberlynn is a public figure doesn't mean I am. Being with her isn't an open invitation for people to scrutinize my entire life. There should still be some level of respect. This level of harassment speaks volumes about the people posting it more than any tea about me.
I mean, that whole statement, I agree with it. It's very truthful. Like if you take that statement out of the context of everything else, and it's just like whenever Me and Mary got together before you started making your own content. People wanted to like tear your entire life apart and know everything about you, and it was another business, and it was weird. And then the same thing here is like, you know, she's dating a YouTuber, and they want to go through everything. But I think the difference is, this is an excuse, but I think this is a reason. If I remember correctly, there was a lot of
Weird behaviors.
there were some things that that people felt like they needed to look into. Some things they saw and noticed, and things that were said. Like the whole, I remember, like, what was the whole like accounts of like the feeder fetish websites and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then the other girl, like the other previous relationship, like the passing and like weeks before they got together. And
Yes. So just a refresher for those who don't keep up with this, all of this. I think it was 2 months before Emily and Amber publicly displayed their relationship online. Emily was engaged to a woman who passed away due to morbid obesity.
Yeah.
And in the time span between Emily and Amber getting together, and in the woman who passed away due to morbid obesity.
Yeah.
And in the time span between Emily and Amber getting together, Emily was messaging other morbidly obese women trying to begin a relationship with them. So the amount of time between like Emily mourning the loss of her late partner and her moving on to find another super morbidly obese woman to date was, I don't know, a couple of days. Like, who knows?
Yeah, that's super. Shady.
I do feel like the women that she is attracted to are in a different category to what is like regular.
A category all their own.
So fun.
Yeah, so
New washing machine, and right away people fell in them. They can't stay virgin very long.
They started digging in. But I mean, at the same time, like, again, it's not excuses. It's just like looking into like the facts and what you gotta like know like what's gonna happen when you get involved. And Amber Lynn, since her entire existence on YouTube.
Hello,
is based
you
around
not.
drama and people trying
Hello.
to expose her lying and all that stuff, right?
Like their whole channel is.
Do da
Yeah, so
be
that's,
da.
I'm not making an excuse for him.
I don't know
still.
if that's
I'm
how
saying
you
look
say
at
your
that and
name.
know what's gonna
Sorry.
happen, and then bring yourself into it, and then you're like,
Simba.
Who do you mean?
Sometimes I'm really worried. Is he really a male? Because, dang,
it's like,
he complains like a female.
I do also think it's kind of relevant to say
It's
that
crazy. We
Emily
never had a
doesn't seem to
male
be
do
seeking
that.
out relationships with just an average unknown.
Maybe they were just
obese
like.
woman. Like her late partner was a reality
Hey,
TV
moi,
star,
je
like,
je
very,
le
very
ressens. I do
popular
feel
on
some.
the fetish websites that
No, I
she
do feel some.
posted on. Like she declared
Well, yes,
herself
yes.
as one of the biggest women in America. Like she had a reputation for her
She
body,
went a
right? So
large
she wasn't just an unknown
degree.
person. It wasn't just Emily and this woman that nobody knew living their regular lives. And then after her partner passed away, the next woman that we know about that she was talking to was another like TikTok famous super plus sized woman with a following. And then of course she's talking to Amber, who is a very well known super plus sized woman with a following. So is she really seeking
Simba.
out just like average relationships with just regular women who
But
she's
she,
attracted to?
whipping
Or
Cam.
is she seeking a very specific type
Hello, you
of
want your
woman who
baby?
is receiving a lot of views and who's getting a
You're
lot of
such a big
attention,
boy.
and she wants to date them. So
Oh,
this
you're
post
big
that
boy.
Emily just made that I just read
Oh,
out
you're
to you,
cute
that came
baby.
less than 24 hours after her posting a picture with her and Amber together that says, "She's mine."
Ah, non, non,
share,
oui, ok, non, ok.
hashtag Amber Lynn,
Ouais, non, pas de
hashtag
problème. Je suis
hectic.
désolée. Moi aussi, je veux.
And
je devrais.
the top comment there, it says, "She's all yours, don't worry."
I love they're adding the hashtags too, you know.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
See, doesn't that feel
I
deliberate?
Well, usually these
completely forgot
hashtags,
what I was
you use them to lump in with like communities or trends and things like that. So it's for discoverability.
Yeah, like
If you're using hashtags, you want to be seen by the people that are looking for Amberlynn stuff. So yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that's just so everyone out there in the community knows they ain't sharing, all right?
And then she had another post of her and Amber holding hands, and it says, "The best feeling is her hand in mine." And again, hashtag Amberlynn. So yes, it was shocking that she posted this declaration. Everyone was speculating as to what on earth could be happening, and then Amber decided to go live to address her adoring fans.
So much crying since I got off the live stream. Not gonna lie. I have done a lot. Like, my eyelids are literally swollen. So.
Makeup looks pretty good for her being crying so much.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, she cleaned up real nice. Looks like she hadn't cried a bit.
What have I been crying about? A lot.
There she dropped the shocking and completely unexpected news that yes, Emily had dumped her.
Dun dun dun! What? Wait, how long does this take to happen after the posts?
Oh my goodness. There was the pictures of them together.
Yeah.
And then it was like the next day was this "I want to stand for myself and clear a few things up" post.
Yeah.
And that was posted like yesterday late morning, I think. And then last night, Amber went live and addressed it, saying yes, it was dumped.
And it's for you, if you guys at home watching this video, what's today? Monday?
Yeah, today it was a school night. They made me stay up late Sunday night watching all this stuff.
So this
how very dare. So while Amber didn't go into any specifics during her live stream, she did say it wasn't even my fault. It was because of the haters. So,
yes. Gotcha.
The haters' fault.
The haters are why. But the haters speculate that it was actually because Amber just lies a lot, and Emily had enough of trying to cover up for Amber's lies. Specifically, her most prominent lie at the moment, that is that Emily is not a feeder.
Type of hate that we get online.
There's tears.
It's bad. I can understand why people can't handle it. I get it.
It's frustrating for me. It's always so frustrating for me. Not because she's upset, but it's because this is how you build this kind of community, and then you're upset about the community that you built. You go and you have your relationship, and your relationship goes bad, and you go live to talk about it and cry to your fans about your relationship and act like you don't want the attention of the drama around it is in itself.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, it's always frustrating me to see this stuff because from a YouTuber standpoint, if I was Amber, if I was in her shoes, I would never lose weight. I would just keep saying I am going to lose weight one day, and I wouldn't. I would just live my life and say that and keep people frustrated. And then I would go, if I dated someone who's a feeder, I would say they weren't. And then obviously they are. And then everyone would be mad about it, be frustrated. And then when it all comes crashing down, I would go live, I would cry about it, and I would gaslight everyone except for me. And frustrate people further so that more people like us and other people talk about it. I mean, it's a pretty easily repeated process, right? And you can just milk it. So for me, when I watch this stuff, I'm never like, oh man, poor her. I know, maybe it is real. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I always see it as just it's just a job. It's just.
Oh yeah, j'avais pas de regarder. Oh shit.
The whole character thing. It's always obviously been one, and I was like, if he just loses weight, and then he did, and he made that to a whole thing.
Ouais.
Yeah, it's a job. At the end of the day.
Mais pourquoi? Pourtant, il vient de faire. Non, mais je veux dire, pourquoi? Il y avait pas assez de place dans le lave-vaisselle? C'est pas normal, ça.
Maybe you're seeking fashion tips, or maybe parenting advice. Which anime should you be watching? No, I can see into you, and you're here for one thing and one thing only. You're here to find some savings because old Cimentos King can spot a bargain a mile away. That's right, it's factor time, baby. Woo! Stop for a moment and take a look into your fridge. What do you see?
Ben oui, voyons.
Slowly inching closer to their expiration dates.
Oh,
With
fudge.
Factor, you can get that time back with chef-created meals ready to go.
Fuck,
You
that's
got
way
35 meals
too.
free and over 60 add-ons every
That's
week.
not the right color. I am missing it. I'm missing everything.
right into my belly. Factor takes the hassle out of meal planning and replaces it with meals that are fresh, never frozen. Forget about grocery shopping, meal prep, cooking fatigue. Instead, enjoy options like keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and more. There's something for everyone. I enjoy a good honey mustard. It's got some honey, it's got some mustard, some sweet, savory, bringing it together. Delicious, and it's easy. Now is the perfect
How
time
to
to treat yourself to dietitian-approved meals and ingredients.
make it
Visit
better.
Factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50CGK
Add
to get a
clouds.
whopping 50%
Just a little
off
happy
plus free shipping
clouds.
in your first box. There you go.
They don't even need to be
Savings
happy. They
provided.
can be sad.
That's 50% off.
I can feel like the depressed fucking cloud in the world.
Big thanks to Factor for sponsoring this video.
I can't take accountability for something.
Oh, magnifico. Mwah.
She.
It looks so natural.
It's just, she didn't do anything.
It's amazing.
Her fault.
You know, like, if she really wanted to keep her offline, she wouldn't have posted her and put her in her videos. Like, she could have. She did that with Feline. She never posted Feline's
That's
face.
a conversation that they have off screen, like whether or not you want me to tell my they're gonna be crazy. Are you sure you want me to tell them? Yeah or no, or whatever.
But then also taking pictures and putting it on Instagram.
Yeah, and
you know what I
hashtagging
mean? Like,
Amber Lynn, right? Like Emily hashtag Amber Lynn.
Well,
in
that's
her
what I'm saying. They
pictures
talked
together.
about it, and like, I'm sure.
Yeah,
They was like, yeah, it's cool. And then,
yeah, they wanted them to be seen together for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
What?
Yeah.
You want to show off the person, and unfortunately, when you're YouTube, you also got to know your audience too, and take those you care about.
I mean, I also don't.
What the fuck? That's
blindsided by who Amber Lynn's.
It's not like this has just suddenly happened.
My brother fucking freaked me out when I was choking.
I'm sure.
If she had have put Amber Lynn Reid into the YouTube search bar, because Amber was like, I have a YouTube channel, right? If she had have put that in to find her channel, before Amber's own channel pops up, there is like an 8-part series called Amber Lynn Reads Lies, where every video is like 30 minutes long. Yeah, what pops up? Is it her channel? I don't think so.
Yeah, she's up there. I mean, but it's like, she's the top one, and then it's somebody else, who's the beast.
Nice. I never tried that.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no, I missed out on. Oh, it's okay. It looks so good.
You want people to talk about you.
Why am I so proud of this
No
one?
publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah. I think Emily was very aware of who she was when she started pursuing her. That's all I'm
Okay, nice.
The other thing of it, I think people need to understand, especially if they start dating someone who's a YouTuber, is YouTubers are toxic. They are toxic AF. A lot of them are. Mary, am I toxic?
A little bit sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wow.
It's very
Wow.
hard not to have an ego when you have like all these people. Usually they're telling you like how great you are, how funny you are, how whatever everything you do is the best thing ever. All this attention you get, all this money you suddenly have. And
Where is my delivery basket? Where's my?
very humble background.
Where is my basket?
Not well liked.
Please, can you find my basket?
Suddenly they're on top of the world, so it's like.
It is supposed to be a different blue than the normal blue.
I've seen a lot of failed relationships.
You can see it either, can't you?
So it's not my fault.
Oh,
Did you try to look behind you?
And then when you have a community where you're feeding off the toxicity, it's got to be in your life also. There's no way that it can't be.
I'm right there.
It's got to be just.
It's right there in the corner. Yay, we did it. Yes, we did it. Ooh, ooh. And we all finished. Take it, take it, take it, take it.
Positive person, like I'm bubbly.
Who keeps leaving dollars in my laundry? Thank you.
I feel like every one of her ex-girlfriends would
Huh?
disagree about her being like this. Sorry?
Oh.
You know what?
Oh.
Beck has just recently like restarted up her channel, and I think she would be up for that. Beck,
So
I'm so sorry,
now-
she would be up for that.
How do you think American channels will react to this? They lost their sympathy bone.
Okay, commentary channel who, oh gosh, I've forgotten her name. There's a commentary channel. She had a heart attack. Something like that. Something like the narcolepsy. She had a heart attack, and then Amber was doing a live stream. She was dressed as Sully from Monsters Inc., and it was a Halloween live stream. Somebody in the chat said, Narcolet had a heart attack today. Amber read that out. She said, Narcolet had a heart attack today, and she started laughing, and she says, I don't care, ha 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 ha, I lost my sympathy bone. And everybody ate her up for that. Like, oh my gosh, they ate her up so bad. But now, she is aware, right? Like, she knows people are not going to feel sympathy for her. If that's how she reacts to other people and their massive problems, like having a heart attack, how are people going to react to her? So this is, yeah. Can you find it?
The narcolepsy had a heart attack. Have some sympathy. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. My
Someone has a heart attack. He's like, oh.
Oh.
I don't care. I want you guys to go look at the shit that she talked about my lung. I want you to go look.
What? About her lung?
People did go look. At no point did anybody ever say anything nasty about her having lung problems. Like, come on. You can't say go look at the shit she talked and think people will just take your word for it. Like, they will go and look.
I think I'm Amber Lynn's #1 fan. I think I'm her #1 fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, like she knows, she's a smart businesswoman. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's playing everyone like a fiddle. I mean, heck, it's a mutual gain. Like, we get views for talking about her. She gets more people to look at her, more haters that she can milk for money and ad revenue.
And potential daters.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is that so
smart.
satisfying?
She's figured out.
Wow.
Yeah. She's 2 steps ahead, you know? She's gonna come out there 2 steps ahead video at some point.
I know, I'm a raccoon in a trash can.
Oh, that was so satisfying.
Oh
my god.
Like I said, I don't know if she got here on purpose, but she's here. And she's taking advantage of it. Faux show.
I think the only downfall of her business is nobody watches her directly. Everyone watches her through compilations and through people reacting to her
baby,
content.
You
like that's why
play
she's
the
now trying
game
to
right
set up a members
away.
only thing, because she thinks if you react to her members only stuff, she's gonna sue you.
Dans la poubelle à côté.
Yeah, she said that.
Je l'ai fait dégoûter avant de la
Everyone
faire
who
bouger.
reacts to my stuff if I put it through members only, because she thinks that means it's like no one's allowed to look
Ew,
at it.
no. How would I do that?
It's a strategy. It's like getting people or having people react to you. It's like Kay's cooking, right? Nobody watches Kay because she can cook. People watch her because other people watch her be bad at cooking, and then they go and crack jokes at her, and go on her Facebook page and buy her text T-shirt for $30.
Okay, I like that.
If she
Pretty
was,
cool.
depending on her own content being entertained and engaging enough to build an audience, she would have nothing to stand. Like it's literally her bread and butter is getting reaction channels like us and other people to watch it. Again, like I don't know if it was on purpose this whole time, but it's definitely
A symbiotic relationship.
yeah, it definitely works out.
Pretty smart.
I'm telling you, I'm her biggest fan. She is a genius, whether it's accidental or she's just like playing 4D chess even, yeah. She's got it.
I think it's really sad that Amber is here crying about her relationship ending, and her audience is so distrustful of her because she has lied so many times. She is the boy who cried wolf. That people are here going, I don't know if they even really broke up. Last time she told me she broke up with a girlfriend, they were really still dating.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she had Feline 1, Feline 2, Feline 3. Like, how can you do this so consistently that everybody who watches you is now just like, well, I don't believe her. Like, that is sad, man.
I'm telling you, man. She's built this community brick by brick. I don't think it's by accident. I mean, maybe at the beginning it was. A lot of times, I'm not gonna get too far into this, but like me and Dane, we watch this whenever you show it to us, it's all we see, right? And so it's very easy to be like, as someone new to watching it, be like, oh, I can't believe this is crazy. How accidental?
Yeah.
She's uploading how many videos? Tons of streams, tons of videos.
Yeah.
This is like a normal everyday thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it's different from her point of view than it is us from the outside. What we see is what she chooses to show us. So it's like there is intent. Sometimes it's accidental, but then you take advantage of the situation, right? You break up, your relationship ends. Maybe you're sad, it's horrible, you're crushed, but then you go live and you get some donations.
But unfortunately, this is my job, and I can't just walk away from my job when there's a roof over my head that needs to stay over my head.
That was such a cool thing. I don't know, it's such a
We
cute
haven't talked about
little
that here on this channel, but she
thing.
she went to visit this girlfriend, Emily, in Wisconsin, and it was like a 17-hour road trip or something insane.
I can't wait to show you all my
She took all of her
masterpiece I
pictures
did.
without collars that have like a phone number and a name
It's so
on them,
cute.
without microchips.
I
and
need
then one of her cats got out,
I
her
need
cat
the
ran
camera.
and she's just gone. She didn't find her. So she took her somewhere so far away where she doesn't recognize anything. It was freezing.
Maybe
snowing
I
cold
will let
winter,
you
And she just lost her, and then she's gone back to wherever she's living now.
No, too
Oklahoma.
far.
I don't know, you told her, like the timing of it, like the cat's gone.
Eh.
She's like, oh no, I lost my cat.
I cannot.
Yes. So she had been staying. She'd been living there with Emily for a long time, like a month or something. I don't know. It was a long, might be longer than that. I don't know. I forget. A long time.
Oh, I forgot to
Then
add
she
a
lost
stinger.
her,
I
and then it
forgot
was,
to
like,
add a
within a couple of
ball
days,
on
she
her
decided to leave
ass.
and go home.
Sorry. Dang it.
Cat's gone, I guess.
Oops.
That's just.
I forgot to
sad.
add a ball,
So
like
sad.
their ass.
Another one of Emily's very many fetish accounts was recently
sorry.
uncovered that again declared her preferences for very, very big women who decide to become bigger.
Right, the preferences, which is the very
Yes,
first
that's
thing
what
we
she
did
was
here,
referring
right,
to in
yeah.
that post. Yeah.
I feel like all this could have been avoided if Amber just would have been like, yes, I am dating this person and they are a feeder. Deal with it, you know?
Which is what we said. That's exactly what we said in the last video when I first told you about it.
Oh, well,
we
look at us.
Okay. 3 months?
If she had have just said, yes, I'm a very big
Take
woman.
advantage of
yes,
it, I
my
guess.
girlfriend likes very
Like,
big
why you
women.
get it
She's
if you don't
into
use
that.
it?
Everyone would have probably laughed
Exactly.
at it for a couple of days.
Just
and
do
then
it.
would have moved on. It was the fact
What?
that Amber has been so adamant. She is not a feeder. She is not a feeder. You don't know the whole story. She is not a feeder. She's trying to help you lose weight. Like, no.
J'espère juste qu'il n'y a pas trop basse. C'est mieux d'être old.
What works against you too in this case, like they don't want to be.
J'ai pas envie de me
don't look
péter
at
les genoux à chaque fois.
It's like, well, the internet is going to be like.
Parce qu'il faut que je me
but I can see
crouch.
the obvious, and you're telling me different. So we're going to go at this until you can't dispute it anymore. Yeah, it's just kind of. I always kind of wonder if it's deliberate sometimes. Like Amber's like, I'm gonna lie about this and really stir him up, you know, or. It's been years. She knows exactly what
Amber can help it. I think she looks outside and be like, outside,
Yes!
and she's like,
We
"Yeah,
got
it's
another
a
one,
great
people!
time."
Sorry.
She just can't help it.
Someone said this is super
Okay.
Where?
A brown house with a
Like, I'm just
cow.
a girl sitting on her
Whoop,
couch who
whoop.
just got broken
Okay,
up
run,
with.
run. Da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Go, go, go,
So
go.
after this most recent account was
We have
uncovered
another
that dated
one.
back
We
years
have a
before
live
Amber
one,
and Emily
people.
even got together, Amber still came on and said that these were falsified accounts and that Emily was actively trying to help her lose weight, not gain weight.
She's been trying to. The whole weight loss journey's been happening. Her whole YouTube channel exists for her weight loss journey.
But it seems like this may have been the straw that broke the camel's back, because it was very shortly after this that Emily came forward and
I was
shared her
lucky they
side and
called
declared that
us
she has
so
never
early.
hidden her preferences.
Moment open the shop,
Sure.
bad
mean,
phone
right.
call.
Never hidden, but also
Man,
never
like,
come
that's
forward
crazy.
with it either because Amber's probably like, no, don't say anything. It's like,
But do you wanna eat something and after that start playing the game?
even though you'll never see
Or we
it.
can start playing the game.
I don't go like, look at it.
Please, if
We
you want to go
can.
live again later, just do members only. This is basically self.
What? I already ate.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to just do members only from this point
I
on.
don't know if you wanted
Is that
me
what
to.
happened, man?
That's what I'm asking you.
Is it members only now?
Don't
Oh, I don't know.
say
She hasn't
that
been live again.
you don't.
It
Say
hasn't even been 24
I
hours.
want.
It's hot off the press.
It's hot. Well, I mean, by the time the video comes out, that'll be old news. Oh.
Oh no.
It's like I started the series. You guys are like behind on my videos, so you haven't even seen it yet. Like I started today, like a series. I might just cancel.
Well, it's because you always cut me
Some
off.
stuff coming out, you know, get some good stuff. Yeah. And it's like, oh, maybe I should just get rid of it though to add that sense of urgency.
I was about to
watch
say,
it.
I already ate, so I am ready to
Too much
play.
for her. The rumors are too much, which I get it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I tried to explain that to her before I even like revealed her.
C'est de la sauce
you
qui
know, it's like, I
venait
get a lot of
de les trucs chinois.
La
La sauce, la bonne sauce.
So good at this. Well, hey, that's,
I'm so flabbergasted
Mary's
right
catch up
now
on
that
Lily Reed's
I want to play.
And again, I'm her biggest fan. She's a genius. She's got us figured out, man. She's got it figured out. Heck yeah. Can't wait
Good.
to record the next video. when
Oh,
she
I'm
does
busy.
something else we're
Woo.
talking about. But until then, it's Mary over there, Dane, and Cinnamon Toast Can. Say toast to my friends. We'll see you next time. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Large. Oh, was it a large? No! I hope it was. Let me save. Let me finish the game. Let me the day. And you got something? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, no one wants to buy my. Ugh. It's expensive. It's so expensive. So fuck off, okay? Come on. $1.50. What about that, huh? Huh? Not a bomb again. Terrorism. Straight in my laundry shop. Like, who the heck does that? Yeah. I didn't download the game yet. I fucked up. I kinda got distracted. I'm What? Yeah. Wait, no, I don't even rate on people on League anymore. Baby. Don't search for the rager in me, okay? Like, I'm just saying. I'll kill you with bees. I will destroy you with freaking bees. And you saw it, what I can do it. 'Cause I did it. Sorry. That was one of the best revenge. Oh. And I am right now doing it chill. And an inseparable duo join the Ribbon Watch next year. Greeting Ribbons. Today we have some great news for the community. We're happy to announce that our first hero DLC will include not one but 2 heroes. You read that right? Well, I'm pretty sure this game is kind of long. So if you want to have time to actually enjoy. Oh. Sorry. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, your game is ready to play, baby. $20 minutes. So maybe we could play League while waiting for your food. Like that, I can let you eat, and I can work on making myself a picture because I want to stream the game. If it's okay with you. Why? Tell me. I'm trying to act like a psychiatrist right now. It's not working. It's because it wasn't my way. What? The actual... I was asking you if you mind if your voice is in the... Okay, good. Good. But I can't believe you just said that. What? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. It will give me even more time then. Da 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 na na. Nice. That was super duper hooper fast. Don't know why. It was super duper fast. Super duper ooper fast. Yeah. Super duper ooper fast. Super duper ooper fast. I said, try to say that. What? Super duper ooper fast. Super duper 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 duper. Haha, that's not it. Haha, sorry. Yeah. Well, for my nature of stupid gingers. Sorry for all the ginger. I am ginger too, but sometimes I feel like my ginger characters always comes out. And it's annoying. I am an orange cat. But that's why my Simba is my soulmate. After you. I'm sorry.
They say our animal looks like our owner. J'avais même pas pensé à ça.
Well, you know a soulmate can be anything, right? So, are you telling me that all Australians want to fuck everybody? Have you ever met one at all? Exactly. I know. No, it's my brain. It's just goes always to the most logical thing. And for me, it's the logical thing. Don't look at the money. What are you doing? Look at the bag. That's the bag, the star. Non. Ah oui, 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 c'est vrai. Oui. You have to go super high pitch. Yeah, as she doesn't attack the dogs.
C'est vrai que ça marche aussi. C'est mettons quand il y a un autre chien qui passe puis le chien jappe, on peut juste se dire donner une treat. Mais là, c'est sûr, on peut pas faire ça.
Yeah, that too.
Cherche.
Dip, dip. Hey.
Je vais juste dire cherche, mettons, puis là, il est au lieu de japper.
Ok,
voyons, Mathieu.
What am I doing? I'm playing 2 games at once right now. Having a conversation. The picture. I got distracted with the Lion King on Facebook. Ooh. 150. 150. Thank you. Thank you. Big wet kiss. Big wet kiss.
On va attendre encore un petit peu.
Aww.
Hey boy, je te dis que je force pas à mon travail, je fais juste des petits panneaux, je fais juste des échantillons.
Your eyes is showing? Ah. Huh. Huh?
Consider me a child, and you consider my dildo collection my needs.
Aren't we all children of the earth?
Well, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, $3 million, please.
All right.
You might put out the grabby hand.
Mine. Money. Please. Coupons.
Coupons.
Coupons for daddy. Dada.
Oh.
Mama! Put it in my
I
diaper.
love you, honey.
I got a little pocket in my diaper. Diaper money for daddy. Why doesn't anybody?
Okay, what are we doing? We're just sitting. I'm sorry. I love talking and you're asleep,
What
but
if you put up a Tinder profile?
num
that
num
was, like,
num
a
num
smiling
num.
face, very
Playing the
normal,
game.
just well-dressed,
I
and
am
handsome,
so
smiling,
sorry.
Maybe just kind of hanging out around the house, looking up from a table.
No.
And then
I am
like,
extremely
describe-
sorry.
I don't know how it
Welcome.
works.
I'm
Does it have like a describe
so
yourself interests
sorry.
section? I would imagine
honestly,
it
I-
does.
I'm sorry too.
I was preparing myself to play
How about this?
and different
Under
game
interests, you just put
with my
diaper play.
boyfriend.
Okay.
And under hobbies, you put diaper play.
Right.
We're
And
just
under first
waiting
name, you put
for
diaper,
the
last
food
name play.
because we cannot play on an
Do
empty
you think
stomach.
You would get a lot of hits or bites or swipes or
So
whatever.
this is why I've been playing Laundry Simulator
That's really into diaper play.
just to chill.
Yeah, but what if you're like grossed out? by that?
Please take.
You probably wouldn't want to swipe
Oh.
right.
Ha.
Is it what? Is it right?
What?
Swipe left is bad.
I
Swipe
did
right
not.
is good.
That's the one thing I
Was
do
I
know,
too
swipe
late?
right is good.
I
Yeah.
messed up.
Because it rhymes.
Sorry,
It's
lady.
got the nice like swipe
I
right.
know.
Like the
Everybody's
stripes.
mad at me right now.
A lot of band names have that assonance sound, that repeated vowel sound.
I don't want to hear anything about assonance right now, dude.
Led
Okay.
Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, White Stripes.
Those are all bands.
I like to always watch some videos in the background. Right now, I'm just listening to Game Grumps.
Sugar Light Brown.
Playing Supermarket.
Right there.
Sugar Light Brown. I don't have any.
Well, yeah, I know. Buy some.
I never ordered any.
Yeah.
All right, I got
Aaron,
it.
that's because you're a dumb.
Well, yes.
No!
Obviously, it's because I'm a dumb.
How do you know where it is?
Obviously.
Exactly.
It's because I'm a dumb.
Yeah.
Here it is.
I don't think he's
This is it, right?
Yes.
I'm distracted.
Is this it?
Just wait, everyone. Yeah, I think so. It says sugar.
Sugar Light Brown.
Nice.
All right. Put this down. Gotta make it. What are you looking for?
Check it full.
$100. $70.
All right, Aaron, I had an idea.
What?
I was sitting around my house the other day, contemplating our supermarket simulator playthrough. I think you should have a product. Just oh man, RPGs.
Oh no, my RPGs Wave 1 blind boxes that are available now.
Dude, you didn't do a good job.
What do you mean?
Like, there's so much shit that wasn't on the shelf.
Well, that wasn't on the. I didn't have access to that before. That's new.
Well, since when?
Nice.
I don't know. Probably last time we
Okay.
played.
Now we just have to wait.
That was modded in.
Oh
put
really?
back-
They added stuff.
Oh man, fantastic.
Ta-
Oh man.
Oh, there's so much.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
God
empty.
damn it! There's so much stuff. I need to hire a new guy to check people out.
Low poly David
And
Cheese.
Hold on.
you?
I just have to. I just have to temporarily hire
Empty.
somebody.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Okay.
Cashier 1, cashier 2, cashier 3. Great.
Welcome back to our
They're
boy.
all in. Let's. No, the check needs to open. Thank you. Thank you. Check out open.
We have
Okay,
fiance.
Wow.
I gotta hypercharge these fuckers.
Whoos.
What is this? Christmas season?
It's really something.
There's so much shopping.
Talking in your sleep is your favorite song?
What
That's-
am
Okay,
I
here's what I was
missing?
thinking. With these new products,
Yeah.
you only order one single one. You just put a
Okay, I
single
think
one
we're
up
all
on the shelf, but you charge
good. Where's that?
$10,000 for it, and then you just see if anyone.
Okay,
will
he's
buy
coming
it.
back
Of course they
soon.
will. They love my products.
Wow! After
Does
paying
the-
all of our
does the-
loan,
Go that high?
Sure.
we are already back at
But I don't need that money,
1,000.
dude.
So
I
we
don't need
might
that
gonna
money.
be able to get to the
It's
10,000
not about
super
the money
fast.
anymore. I'm rich. It's all about the
If
level.
every
I need
day
the
we make
experience.
1,000,
Now it's
that's
about
gonna
the
be
power.
You know they say
super
wisdom?
awesome.
It's knowledge plus experience. That's what this is.
Boy, you know that would carry a lot more weight if
Perfect,
you were
perfect,
standing on a
perfect.
pile
Okay.
of insane boxes in the middle of the
Next
street.
day.
So glad you mentioned that because
Oh my God, low poly Dave Cheeseman.
it's a low poly David Cheeseman.
This is the first time I've ever fucking Dave.
Oh my God, $120. Well, let's make it 200.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to put
What a
back
steal.
some sodas,
Oh my God, the low poly David Cheeseman. is
some
like janking the
water,
game up,
some
dude.
Wawa.
Yeah, like every time I look at it, it like, gets all janky. But when I look away, it's all smooth. See that?
Yes, I do.
Gets all janky.
So stop doing it.
Well,
Then.
I'm just displaying the
Oh no, that's the same one.
information that I just learned.
I need more of those
God,
and
why don't you
those.
understand about displaying information to fans? What are you, some kind of dumb?
You're some kind of dumb.
Miles Dyson?
Miles Dyson. That's my guy. Was it Dysart?
What?
No.
Dyson!
Miles Dyson.
Is it Dyson?
Yes.
I was.
Oh fuck! I'll be right back, honey.
That's
Someone's
It
here.
is also a name.
Nice. Boop, boop. That's a lot of Pepsi. What am I doing? Is that empty? That's empty. Both empty. This bitch empty. Yeet! I completely missed because I jumped like a frick. Oh my gosh! Ugh. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. First of all, let's just open the shop. Let's just starting to make money. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I could have done all that. And making money, but yeah, no. Okay, I need to add water. I need some super expensive water. This one, I think this, was it this one? No. Where is it? I guess it. No. Where's the other water? No. No. What the fudge? Oh no. We have a freaking smoker right now. That's a health hazard right here. Incoming. No, not again. No. I need to restart again. Ugh. It's okay. I'm just happy it doesn't save. Okay, now let's do what I was saying earlier. Open. Was it all full? Thank you.
Name a vacuum cleaner. Two things can be named the same thing.
Welcome back.
I don't see how that's possible.
It's 100% possible.
I'm the only guy named Dan.
There's many Dans.
No.
Out there in the world, there are many.
Fucking dare you?
I'm not daring.
You say that all the time.
Sounds like a bicycle horn factory. Oh, is that a different brand of David Cheeseman?
It sure is.
How many do we have? Oh.
This one's gonna be $50.
Boy, that moldy one's not selling.
Yeah,
great.
there's aged David Cheeseman, there's ripe David Cheeseman, and there's low poly David Cheeseman.
Wow.
All of them have been added.
What a steal.
We've got Kill 'em All. It's all new stuff, dude.
Great.
What are we even talking about over here? You got Hooray.
Call me!
I heard there was some kind of new product with Milton. What is Sapu?
I don't know. Never seen it before.
I think it's for cleaning. WC both of these, dude.
Yeah, where's Milton? The Milton stuff isn't out there.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Dude, you just gave it away. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What? What is it?
You just said it out loud.
You said
there's another David
Yes.
Cheeseman product.
You said Milton. You said
Yes.
I didn't say it.
Really? Because I didn't know it existed. Then how did I know?
Because Tony
Oh, okay, I will for sure.
started.
Thank
Now
you.
you're making stuff up.
I'm not. Oh my god.
I hate them too. Especially right now, and I cannot do anything about it, and I fuck.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
That kind of money?
Fuck off.
Funny.
And you, go fetch.
It's a
Sorry, I didn't, I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's really like.
I'm kind of stressed right now. I need to
bitch, dude. It's
add
all
more
closed.
soda.
I gotta close the store.
More sugar.
Jeez.
That's the wrong
It's a
kind.
construction style. It's like when it looks like a stone monolith just hanging
I
out,
need
and it's got sharp edges.
Sprite.
or
One of my
there's,
favorite.
Like not a
Mountain,
whole
Mountain
variation.
Dew.
It's like the communists.
It's like a big wall.
That's
Yeah.
Pepsi. Why do I have so
Pepsi
much
salad emerged
Pepsi?
In the 1950s in the United Kingdom. Among the reconstruction
Mountain
projects of the
Dew.
post-war era,
We found
brutalist
some.
buildings
Hooray.
minimalist constructions that showcase
It's
the bare
full.
building materials and structural elements over decorative design.
Is it the water bottle I was
That's
looking for?
nice.
It's nice.
Oh, it was.
I don't like Brutalist at all.
Oh, come on, lady.
I really like Brutalist. Yeah. It was definitely in
No,
vogue for a
is he
while.
in need
There
of
are
my
certain parts of
help?
certain towns where it's like, oh, this
And
is
like
the
an
Brutalist area.
idiot.
Just like all the buildings are.
Yeah. I remember that.
It feels very futuristic.
I don't remember what it was.
We were in Germany, and the Berlin Wall was gone.
I
but
don't
we
even
went
know
to the
if
place where it was.
you even
and
read it.
No.
I don't know.
You weren't there?
I need to go back and look.
Was that NSP?
Probably.
Gosh, I guess it was NSP.
We only went to Hamburg.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for NSP we went to Berlin, and we were getting driven around the town, and
Oh my
we passed
gosh.
the place where the Berlin Wall used to be. and you could
I'm not getting
absolutely
another
feel the
one this
difference
day.
in the West German side and the East German, the former East German side, in the architecture. The West German looked like a magical like storybook. The East German was way more like tough looking.
Wow.
Yeah. Really interesting. Thanks, Owen.
Okay. Gray roof and Christmas tree.
Are you sure?
Whew,
Do you
so
have enough to
happy.
deal with?
What are you talking about? I gotta order shit.
Okay.
Look, I
Aw,
got
well,
RPG's
thank
figures
you.
coming out. What is this?
Always
When is this
happy.
episode airing? Is that gonna be out?
I don't know.
Oh my god, this is messed up.
Hope so.
This isn't even a product
I like
that's
your
not
name,
announced
Donna.
yet.
Well, that's great.
Surprise.
Gray roof and.
I don't know how I feel about this.
End of January is when this
Was
is.
it B?
Okay, well,
They're gonna be available, but I'm announcing it now.
Yes! I remembered.
New wave of RPGs.
Yes, no, well, they're figures.
Ooh,
Yeah,
da, da, da.
they've been pinned so far, but now they're blind box
Okay,
figures.
okay,
With those kilo characters.
Everything
Yeah.
is
This is the actual box art.
going crazy right now, but I think we can manage.
It's fucking sick. They're not gonna be
Da.
6 come out.
But, I mean,
I just can't wait to get to level
finally,
6 so much
chicken
and get
jackets.
10k
more
just to
jacket
get
of
this
gold gem in
food
here.
truck.
I've got
Or was it
theoretical
a
children
large?
in this make-believe
Yes.
world, so
Large.
Yeah,
I
sure.
gotta provide for them.
What should we do? What should we do?
Can I also plug something? Oh, look, is that brutal as David Cheeseman?
Why you gotta undercut
Cherry
my fucking
Pepsi?
announcement?
Because I
It
also have
feels
electric
like you
pills.
just drink a
What do you
dessert.
announce?
It actually does
The
taste
NSP tour?
kind of
It's
good.
I mean, it's not full.
I know when my friend makes some
Hey,
cherry
NSP's on tour.
Pepsi
go ahead.
cake
They're going on tour. Go
with
check
some
out-
chocolate cake mixed together. Oh my gosh, it's
Check out wherever tickets are sold. NSP.
it's crazy.
NSP.com tour.
Boy, I really messed up.
NSP.com/tour? That should probably do it.
Yeah.
We added a new show in Tampa, or St.
Um,
Petersburg. I think that's near Tampa, right? You're the Florida man.
Can you just let me
What
have
type of art should
Can
I
you just let me
do?
have
I
it? It's
really
my my RPGs.
am super bad at
RPGs.
drawing,
Had to
Now
throw
on
something
sale.
but I
else in
enjoy
there.
it
Maybe
so
they're on sale
much.
at the NSP show.
Would you? Could you?
I
With a mouse?
Could you in this house?
I really have
I sell
no.
RPGs at our show.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Why
too
not?
much space. They're figures. They're all big and bulky.
You mean large and worth it?
No, but I mean for like if you're bringing them around.
You're probably right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to carry them. Someone else. Someone else will do that.
That's so true.
Yeah. What did you just buy? Did you increase your store?
Well, I need to put these new objects on the racks. I think this is going a little bit out of sync in terms of like, oh, I could replace this rack with a new rack. I could replace the short racks with a tall rack. I could do that. I could do that, David.
I could
Quoi?
replace the U-rack with I-rack.
Parce que t'es mouillé.
Oh.
Là, je peux pas la sortir. Hmm.
No, you couldn't.
Okay.
Can't do that. I don't have the
Some
power to
red.
change the whole country. It's a whole country. It's a whole ass
No, it needs to be way more red than that and more dark.
They live there. Oh, they live there.
They live there. What can you say? It's where the country is. They live in the country. That's what they would do. Don't,
So ugly.
No.
Uh,
Oh, that's one of my favorite things you do.
I don't know
you ever
what
seen
to
The Batman?
do.
No, what's that?
It's the movie, The Batman.
I am
With
just
fucking Robert Pattinson is the Batman.
thinking about like
Oh, that's it's
luxury
from that.
crowd, you
When-
know?
When the Riddler.
With
He's
some
like, the Riddler's in jail.
diamond.
And Batman's like, and the Riddler's
Used to
like, that's
be-
not what I was saying.
diamonds are what-
And he's like,
more.
no.
Well, it's Paul Dano, so I'm sure he delivers the line excellently.
Well, I did just now.
Yes, Aaron, you and Paul Dano are both phenomenal actors.
What do you know about Paul Dano? When's the last time you saw him in a movie?
Oh my! Why did my mouse just did?
What was it?
I watched Love and Mercy, the Brian Wilson biopic. He was excellent in that.
Who's Brian Wilson?
The main guy from the Beach Boys, or the main songwriter from the Beach Boys.
That is the most ugliest thing ever. So maybe I should do something else in the middle.
It shows two different sections of his life. One young him is Paul Dano, and middle-aged him is John Cusack.
John.
Perfect.
It's a great movie. I thought it was very moving.
That's a lot of Cusack.
Should I watch the Batman movie?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, my brain.
What are you asking me for?
Well, let me tell you about my 5 favorite scenes.
There's the scene where he's like, something's in my ass.
Oh, come on.
Question.
Yeah.
Does he speak in the...
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's a Batman movie.
Wow.
He's not going to speak in the...
I mean, Michael Keaton did.
Sure he did. Ish.
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 Okay.
Ish. Know what I mean?
Whew.
Do you mean not like really at all?
No, he did. He's like, I'm Batman. You know, he did it. I'm Batman. You did that. Do you remember? I'm Batman. That's what he said. He said that.
I'm sorry.
You remember when he's I'm Batman?
I didn't mean to not get it. I am so sorry.
I'm just being...
Putting this back here.
I'm being punished with Batman
Hmm.
stuff.
That's what he says. I'm Batman.
Can you just box it up?
You don't remember? Well, I need to remember what's here.
Oh.
I need long eggs.
Long eggs?
Long eggs. I need long eggs.
I guess you'll just have to get snake eggs then.
No, I'll get long eggs.
Are snake eggs long? Someone has long eggs.
It's not that long, but it's not round.
I don't know. Somebody's texting me like crazy. I can't fucking answer it.
I know. I love watching people open eggs, snake's eggs, and even lizard eggs
That's crazy.
when they're breeding
These are
them.
short eggs. There's one shelf of short eggs.
I think
You showed me those,
I
yeah.
just remember.
Yeah.
I remember someone had long eggs.
It's so
And the person
cute.
after
I had
was
an egg book when I was a kid. It was called
doing shit with a
Chickens
spider.
Aren't the only one.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I remember that. That was a cute
Lay eggs,
spider.
you mean?
Yeah.
Gonna buy some Nemo that cheese, dude.
Oh yeah, dog. There are all kinds of egg shapes.
Like what?
Okay.
Octopus eggs?
Okay.
They're weird.
Oh yeah.
They just hang
Octopus
Yeah, but-
eggs.
What happened about octopus eggs?
Oh, they're just these weird hangy sacks. Look at that. How strange.
Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Octopus eggs, huh? That's hot.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Oh my god, you
Oh,
can
that's
see
hot.
octopods in them.
Oh, little octopus.
Wow.
Octopus soon.
I'm an
Would you like to
octopus.
sit in? Would you like to sit in? Sing and dance. Sing and dance.
Be an octopod too.
Octopod.
Wow.
I'm an octopod.
Hmm?
Cute. Sorry, anyway.
Did you get caught up in octopode lore?
Yeah, just looking at different animals and their eggs. They're pretty wild.
That's hot. I don't care who you are.
Oh my gosh, talking about animals. Big news in my life.
What?
I mean, big nerd dinosaur news.
Oh my god.
He's
we're
getting a
fucking
lizard?
dinosaurs. What now?
No, there's a dinosaur hunt.
What are you, my dad? Being disappointed in my choices?
Okay, yeah, you're an octopus. Yeah.
And my dad was very supportive. I'm just this is giving me a glimpse into what it would have been like. Remember that dinosaur, Stegosaurus, the skeleton that sold for
Yes.
$45 million
Yeah.
at auction?
No.
In 2022, they dug up, or a private excavation person dug up a Stegosaurus, one of the most complete and certainly the largest, like 27 feet long, I think 11 feet high.
What do you do for a living?
Friggin' gigantic.
I'm actually a private excavation person.
Dude, I've met them. It's a very, like, I don't know.
Crazy, scary job.
Because some
What if he
scientists
gets
don't like
stuck?
the idea of fossils being sold and such like that, and I can certainly understand that. But from like my own nerdy life, like how cool would that be to just friggin' dig up dinosaurs all day? Love that.
Yeah.
Dig up dinosaurs all day is a great alliteration.
Yeah, I love it.
Dig up dinosaurs all day. Dig up dinosaurs all day.
Shane.
But yeah, they found a Stegosaurus. They named it Apex, and then it went to
Apex.
auction, and it sold for $45 million. Most fossil was ever sold for.
Too good dinosaur.
Man named Kenneth something. I cannot remember his name. No, but another billionaire.
I have to update Apex Legends.
Someone who like $45 million is like the buzzing of flies to him.
Right.
He's ego. And they.
I thought you said his name was Kenneth.
All right, stop. And so, like, I've been dying to know. He said he was going to donate it to a museum, and I've been dying to know which museum he was going to donate it to. And it turns out he donated it to the American Museum of Natural
Kind
History
of a
in New York
cool
City.
crown.
Museum.
Kind of like it.
Parents and go see a new Stegosaurus for the quest, the Dino Quest. God.
No, you're in the way.
Thank you, Aaron.
I love hearing Dan talk about dinosaurs.
Why am I stuck here?
Yeah.
So cool. Is it big?
It's huge. Literally the biggest one they've ever found. Thanks for listening when I said that 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I heard that. That's why I was asking for you to remind our audience.
Yeah, yeah. The audience typing the comments right now like, dude, he just said.
I didn't give him a break. He's playing to.
Reorganize a fucking shelf of sugar and shit. Okay.
Okay.
Garbaggio.
I do get it. There's a lot going on.
Hold on. No. Don't. He's trying to put it on the shelf.
No.
He's trying. Now, know where to put it. Haha, idiot. I gotta put these up here. So now this shelf is just cheese meats.
Yes.
So put the cheese meats in the sugar. Put the sugar up there. No. And then put the cheese meats up there. No.
No. Oh.
Can we get cream, like for the store, and call it wait for the cream?
Extra large cream.
Such a dark scene to be making fun of all this.
It's a horrifying scene, but so well.
Indubitably. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's close enough.
Indubitably. I'm gonna open the store real quick and let these fuckers start.
Maybe the word doubt is supposed to be in there.
In doubt?
Like indubitably, as in like it can't be doubted.
But it doesn't have it in it. It says the word's indubitably.
I'm just saying maybe it's spelled like with an extra O.
You're acting very strange right now.
I'm sorry, I tried to help. I'm sorry, Daddy.
I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, where is this coming from?
Indubitably. Nope, you had it right. Adjective, impossible to doubt, unquestionable.
But you had it right.
Yeah, that's what you said, Dan. The fuck?
Oh. Tony said text me the egg pic for the editor. You got it. You got it, T-Bone.
Oh, for the
octopus eggs?
Octopodes. Gonna level up my boys today. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, easy.
Can we fire this fucker?
Easy. Whoa.
No. You're the one who wants me to level up so that I can level up a bunch of stuff. That's what you said to me. I fired a man today.
Wait, who?
One of the Tonys.
One of the Tonys.
Come to my checkout. Come to mine. Come.
Aaron, please. Stop yelling that.
You have a sandwich. At the door.
The word C.
Egg picture incoming, Tone. Okay. All right,
Go.
we're back.
I'm pooping in my chair.
Don't.
They can't hear me yet, right?
Bro, that honestly,
it's happening.
If you shat yourself
Wait,
on a
I
Game
know.
Grumps episode, like where you're sitting. No, but like
okay.
for real though.
Oh, like full shit.
Yeah. Not just
full blownsies.
Not just an oopsie. Yeah, full blown.
It's all good now.
I
like effort and everything.
That would truly be
I feel like I'm limited in
like,
color.
the conclusion of your character arc.
It'd be the conclusion of our friendship. Probably.
I don't know.
If I shit on you, if I just like bent over Like, you know, like we're doing a bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shit on you, and you're like, stop it.
They're always
You know,
kidding.
and then suddenly it just, and you're like, whoa. And then it just plops right on your lap. You'd be like, oh my god! Like, how would you react? What do you think would happen?
You know what? It's hard to say. It's such a, like, you don't know how it's gonna go until you're there.
Well, imagine a picture. So close your eyes. Put yourself there.
I think there would be, like, a pretty deep sigh.
I said,
Like, just like a,
yeah.
well, I would probably, I think it would be a good time to inquire about a raise.
I need to talk to you about Riz.
Yeah.
You got a poopy in your lap.
Yeah. Listen, this feels as good a time as any. Now that you're literally shitting on me, instead of just figuratively.
I like it.
No. No one will do anything for money. So,
That's not true.
what price? Murder? It's fine.
But I do work hard for it.
Yeah.
So hard for it.
I'm gonna need a raise to account for inflation. If you're gonna shit on me.
Inflation. The inflation of your butt cheeks is.
They quiver with excitement.
I get poop attack.
Oh my god. The soda. The Prilo snack. There you go.
I don't like poop jokes nearly as much as you do.
I don't know if I like poop jokes. No, I think that.
How dare you? Literally the 10-minute Power Hour episode that came out today, where like Ethan was on and we all had to pretend like mustard was poo and
you
wipe
recorded this
ourselves
then?
with long nails. I didn't want to do that. I did it because, you know, dead
On
time.
the 10-minute power hour
Like,
with Ethan.
I wasn't. Those aren't my favorite jokes.
That was like a few weeks ago.
I don't know, Aaron.
But don't they make you laugh?
They make other people laugh, and that's what it's all about. Okay. I let go of vanity a long time ago to be a part of this.
My gosh, my fingers.
I think when it gets
So
gross,
slippery.
then it's like, it's funny to shit.
Oh no.
You know, shitting is funny.
Sorry.
I love shitting. Like, that's fun.
Right.
And like, being uncomfortable, you know, like, I'm stuck in traffic. That's funny.
I can put it against visuals. That's when it's harder for me.
Yeah, when you like see the shit. Unless it's like a steaming pile, then it's funny.
Steaming piles are funny.
Diarrhea is not funny. Diarrhea is funny in concept, but when you see diarrhea, unless it's like rapidly shooting out of an asshole,
I love
in like a muck spray way.
I love that you love.
This is a good
jokes
time
so
to
much
be
that you
eating
have to
Taco Bell.
qualify every single version of it that you say isn't funny.
Yep.
Where's the rope-a-dope soda? Where's the rope-a-dope soda?
Such imagery.
Why is it called that?
It's called Ropico.
Oh, Ropico.
I gotta buy some right now.
Okay.
I gotta buy some right now.
All right.
Where's the rope-a-dope? There it is.
Nice.
I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna grab it from over here.
Oh, it's getting a little late in the day.
Rope soda. I gotta put it on the shelf.
Oh, Twilight is nice in here. You should probably turn your lights on.
Okay, I never put this on the shelf, so let's.
All right. Well, yeah.
Sashage?
I'm sorry, Mom. Goofed up.
What else?
People are waiting at the counter for you.
Okay, what else about poop is funny?
Aaron, please. This is what I was actively trying to avoid.
Well, I'm just trying to. This isn't comedy. This is dissection.
This isn't. Yeah. This is education.
What are you trying to avoid? You brought it up. It's not funny. It's not funny. So let's talk about what is funny.
Anything else?
Turd. The word turd.
You couldn't find hone honey.
Oh no. Do I have?
Is that pronounced honey honey?
Honey, honey.
Honey honey?
But did I not set the price for the rope-a-dope soda?
Oh my God, you didn't.
That's why she bought so much.
You didn't.
It's the only thing in the world that's. Yeah, I can never put in 8. No, I'm not stupid.
I'm awesome.
Stop. God.
80 cents.
$10.
That'll make up for it.
All right, where's the honey?
Oh, you might break $100,000 today.
Honey. Oh, that's a lot of money. Well, it's because of the David Cheesemans.
Where's the horny honey?
It's the honey.
That's a horny honey. It's a lot of money, honey, horny honey.
Made that
Beer
mistake
blonde ale.
before.
Put that out.
It was a mistake?
Yeah, a lot of these look new.
The mix-up.
Oh yeah, man, you
Those
just
kids.
haven't been.
Yeah, you're just not cool like that.
I don't know, the word mistake came to mind.
I thought you said I don't have any more money.
It was fun.
How dare you?
I do have that
accident.
timeline. I'm sorry, but you heard me wrong.
I forgot all about Darn
Just like
Tootin'.
me.
Maybe.
Darn Tootin's funny.
Yeah, it is good.
What?
It is real good.
Like a toot's
It's
funny.
true.
Toot
I'm
funny.
not saying it to be mean.
Look, oh, racking up more cheese mans. $717.
Yeah. Okay, like
According
I was saying,
to my
turds
brothers,
is
I
fun.
should say.
Turd is a funny word.
Turd is a really funny word.
Turd. That's a funny
my
word.
parents, I was
Well, turd,
surprised.
turd is the word.
Yeah. Nugget's not as funny as turd.
When I was thinking about turd as a word, I was like,
I think the plural of
Ah.
poops is pretty funny.
Yep.
Like multiple poops, that's pretty funny.
Any kind of plural to words.
Oh, I'm
Well,
happy. I
especially
hope
if they're not
everything goes
correct,
well.
Like scrotums.
Scrotums is funny.
But that's where
That's
scrotums from the
soon, next
Street
month.
Fighter Starbomb song from back in the day came from.
How is that not proper though? If there were multiple scrotums, what would you call them?
Yeah, but
Scroti?
well, no, it's just like the single guy can't say my scrotums.
Scrotus? Oh, I see. Yeah. A person has one scrotum.
Correct.
All right.
Tons of love.
We'll have one.
To speak to your plurals.
Oh my God, are you gonna end up just short of $100,000?
Well, we'll see after this.
Oh man, he's not gonna make it. He didn't buy more than $1,000 worth of stuff.
You don't think so?
No. Oh!
I think it's a
What,
special
did I say
day. We need to be happy now.
Oh my God!
It's the Cheeseman, dude.
Wow!
It's the brutalist Cheeseman.
Wow.
The brutalist cheese.
He's absolutely.
I can't wait to get
Sneak
married to
over
my
the line there
boyfriend.
right at the end.
He's
To
so
speak
sweet.
to your
I
plurals
just-
thing, I think turd is funnier than turds.
Introduce me to him sometime.
One turd,
It's you
like
baka.
a single turd.
Or like turd is used for many turd, like sheep.
Sucking turd. That's funny.
I can't meet myself.
Great stuff, Aaron.
Just go to the mirror. Meet yourself into the mirror.
Comedy, okay?
I'm out of ink. I'll that be, and
You know what
I'm.
it's time for? Next time I game rooms.
I was prepared.
Licking turd?
Incorrect. False. Erroneous. Wait, expand your store.
I can't. I'm not leveled up yet.
Yeah, you're level 43 now.
That's not enough.
Oh, noes.
I need. Oh no. Did I put Hona Honey on the shelf?
I don't think you did.
Hold on. I think I might have. I think
There
I
sure
just
is
ran
a lot
out.
of it.
So hard.
Where is it?
On the shelf.
It is on the shelf. It's right there. It's right there.
Really?
Yeah, it's right there. I'm putting it on the shelf right now. Smart guy, this
Is
guy.
that the same thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's it. Honey.
Yeah, it is.
Honey. I just ran out. That's
Oh
my bad.
my
And
heart.
that's my bad.
My heart hurts.
And I took that personally.
Yeah. All right, next time I game rooms.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Ass.
Ass. Perfect.
Why are you assing so loud?
I was just doing vocal.
That's not a vocal warm up. You were assing.
You're not getting a funny shirt. It's gonna be a depressed one. Sorry.
Those clouds, they're not happy. I drew them when I was sad.
Exactly. Sadness overload. Whoops. Okay, what am I missing?
I can't wait to be married to you too.
Why would you say that? I'm so.
Because you said it first.
I was not.
Yeah, you can't deny it. It's on stream.
No, you bitch. You a bitch.
I finished it already. If you wanted to play. Did you finish the picture yet or no?
I just keep getting distracted.
Do you even have one that would like fit the theme of the game?
It's easy. I just find a picture of the game and add my character on it.
Yeah, no. But like,
I do.
do you have one that's like
I do.
themed or alright. Fuck yeah.
Don't worry about
Save the
that.
flip then.
Whew. I'm really lucky. It's like, what? Why did I put bags there? There's not, bags don't go there normally. What did I do? I fucked up.
Fucked up. I don't even know what
Firebird?
any of these characters do. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to startle you. I was gonna ask, it wouldn't let me gift you the bundle. Do you want the bundle, or?
What comes in the bundle again?
Like, few
The
skin packs
skins.
and,
I just want 2 though. I don't want a bundle.
No, I can't gift you the bundle. I
No,
can
no,
gift
no,
you
no.
individually the
No,
stuff.
I know. But
Yeah.
yeah, no. I just want the
Perfect.
both skin because I don't want the.
Yeah. No, I can't get you the bundle.
I know.
Yeah.
But I thought you expected me to say, yeah, I want this soundtrack too and the art book. Like, I don't need that. Okay, we're all.
I got the art book. Fuck yes. I actually like this.
Oh, you got it, huh?
I got the bundle for myself, honey, because I was gonna get you it later.
It's okay.
I thought to myself, I'll just gift her the game now.
I mean,
and
it's
just
not like
get her
I
the
need
bundle.
it. Who cares? You have it already.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna take a break and play the second game. Which it was a 2000 model. I got it when I turned 20. Oh.
God, I love the art in this game.
The art?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Monsters
Okay.
look cool.
I know it does. Okay, well, I am taking a break of Laundry Simulator. Thank you for coming. And I'm gonna start a second game in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.